Now, what's up, everybody? Welcome to This Week in Geek Today. I am your host, Danny, along with my co-host, Brian, and our two very special guests, Joe and Goldy from Stuff and Things with Goldy. Kadri will most likely not be joining us tonight as he has a family thing going on, and we hope that everything is fine. But like I said, we got two very special guests. I'm very excited to have them on. Guys, thanks for being on today.
Thank you so much for having us, man. Like I said, I was just like blown away when Joe was like, "Hey, do you want to do a podcast?" I was like, "Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be fun." So,
Right up.
like, yeah, I mean, honestly, thank you to you guys for like having us, man. Like, still blown away.
Yeah, thanks for having us here.
Now, are we allowed to drink Red Bulls on camera?
Drink whatever you want.
Okay.
hopefully it's spiked, but no, but as I was saying before we went live, like really it's an honor to have you guys on here. I've been watching your stuff, and I got to tell you, like each video just it kept making me want to go to the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one. And again, I'm not saying that just because you're guests. Like you guys together make a really interesting and fun duo. And to me, are doing it in a way I have, doing toy reviews in a way I haven't seen it. So for those who are joining us or who watch us on the replay, we do have Stuff and Things with Goldy and Joe on with us. And Danny was nice enough to go ahead and get them on the show. So we're really happy to have them here. Guys, just do us a favor and go through what kind of got you here and what you're hoping to do down the road.
Well, man, like decades ago, like seriously, decades ago, I started, maybe not decades, maybe about 10 years ago, I started a channel on YouTube. It was just Stuff and Things with Goldie. I was doing like little comedic videos and just a lot of toy reviews. I've been a collector since over 30 years, well over 30 years. And, I was watching the guys from back in the day, man, like, I'm not going to name names, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Like the guys that like were starting the trend back in the day with the toy reviews. And I was like, I could do these. They'll be fun, but I want to make them funny because I like comedy. So let's like make them stupid because, why not? And
like a couple of 12-year-olds because every day you got to act like an adult. So let's just take this little time to act like 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
And then it gets us through the week.
So I did that for around 5 years and gained some traction, got to go to some cons and stupid stuff like that. But then it was like I was offered something in a career position that wasn't really offered to a lot of people in the job that I do, and it was very humbling, and I took it and I ran with it, and it's a heavy workload. So I stepped away from the videos. I just went quiet, like vanished. And
quick sidebar, I was watching a lot of his videos at the time. When they vanished, I was just like, oh, no Goldie videos.
Am I allowed to vape nicotine on your show? Or should I off camera? It's already too late, isn't it?
I mean, it should be hashisha. Yeah, I don't know what YouTube's rules are, and I don't really care. I mean,
okay, fair enough. But so basically, like I quit, man, and I just focused on the career I had at hand, and did that, and then all of a sudden, like Hasbro put up a pre-order for a Dragon Man, and like decades ago I sold my Toy Biz Dragon Man because it didn't fit the collection anymore, and I did pretty good at back then. It was like 2 something. Now I don't even know what it goes for.
It's expensive figure.
Yeah, but like I got rid of it when it was on the cheap, I guess. But anyway, so I was like, oh cool, Dragon Man, sweet, pre-order immediately. So I did, and then Dragon Man shows up at my house, and I'm like, yeah, it's all right, it's pretty cool, I dig it. And then a week later, I got the Hiya Toys 1991 King Ghidorah from the Heisei era. And I was like, okay, so this was $110 and this was, $90. And this is insanely great. And this is pretty mid for a made-to-order figure. I was like, the head doesn't look up. The wings aren't painted. The folded down wings, they're not even red on the inside. I was like, this, and the tail. Let's talk about that tail. But
well, I did notice on most of your Hasbro reviews that you start off with a little, let's see what Hasbro is doing.
Yeah,
he does.
I have been there, like, you've been there since day one, man. Like you even bought those old like first Marvel Legends, like the old Thor and with the ball jointed hips and like, yeah, you've been there, and then it's like, Then they hit the stride with the Bucky Cat mold, and then we saw that for 10 years. And then they get the Vulcan mold, and now we're seeing that for 10 years. And then, like, it's just, like, I love it, but I want to see them improve. You know, when the Jada Toys figures... Anyway, hold on, let's get back to the other story. Man, I'm trailing here. Okay, so...
He does this.
That's what brought me out of retirement. I was like, I have to say something about this little toy company from Japan that's making a product for $110, and this gigantic billion-dollar company that made us pay to make the figure, but then had it available for sale, probably from cancellations, I'm guessing, after the fact. I just felt duped, man. I was like, I was duped, you know? And then, like, that's what brought me back. And then I did a couple more reviews, and then I got this pretty cool knockoff Daredevil that everybody loved, that CT Toys Daredevil. And that's when I was like, you know, Joe, I've known Joe for years and years and years and years, and we've hung out. And I was like, dude, I would love another guy to do this with me, because then it's not boring, if that makes sense.
And also, I guess, like, going back to the days when I would actually work out, it was so much easier when I had a partner, because, like, that other guy was just like, hey, we're going to the gym today. And even if you didn't want to go, you were like, yeah, we should go. We should go.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally the same for us with just doing the show. A lot of times it's like, oh, somebody can't be there. Oh, we'll just not do it. And it's like, wait, there's two other guys. Like, but you know, the three of us make a team. And today was kind of an unexpected thing, but no, I totally get it. And I'm the same way with working out. If my buddy doesn't push me, I never go. So
yeah. It's just easier when you have somebody else, like, you know, that's actually counting on you to do it. Even if there's been thinking too, like, you know, I wouldn't mind a week off.
And
you know?
But the funny, you guys have great chemistry. I mean, you really bounce off each other like really well. And like, I'm like, because I'm like, this is too off the cuff to be scripted. And just like you told me that right before we started. And I was like, that totally makes sense, because you guys just kind of flow back and forth with what you're saying. And you just feel like you're listening to your buddies talk. And that's kind of it's a very refreshing thing to hear.
Thank you.
And that's kind of the age.
Thank you. Yeah.
You kind of want to, you know, don't over, like, I don't know, sound too serious with it. Because, I mean, we're a bunch of grown men playing with toys. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like, let's have some fun with this, guys. So,
Sure.
I don't know. It seemed like a lot of other reviews I watched, it's just very, like, kind of straightforward. Sometimes there's not even any talking, just a demonstration of, like, the figure's capabilities. And, I mean, if someone's into that, great. But
I love some of those reviews, you know, but I also love the reviews where the guys do talk and give you the backstory on the character and the information that you may not have on it, you know, and it's cool. It's like, you know, informative.
yeah. It's like watching, like, a documentary.
Almost.
But not really.
documentary style.
Not really.
Yeah, almost, but not at all.
Well, it's like you did that review on that Gorn figure. And like, I'm a Star Trek guy. I know there's not a lot out there, so I usually don't post a lot of stuff about my Star Trek collection, but I have like most 99% of the Playmates line.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But again, like that Gorn figure from that line is really good. But like you guys, like right from the start, you show that, like that you start the video with that Gorn. I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing looking. And within like 5 minutes, I'm like, 250 something.
Oh no, that one was up there.
I think it was like 265.
Yeah.
But I was like, whoa, that thing better be like. And then I'm watching the review, and I'm like, yep, not gonna do it. You were saying how the arms didn't even go all the way up and all that.
No, you can't even swing a Kirk, man.
Yeah. So, and I was loving your whole little homage to the dun, 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 dun. You know, that was fun. So
really just trying not to get sued.
Yeah. I mean, that's 90% of why we do all our own music. Like, we just know the theme songs and we hum them so we don't get sued.
Yeah.
You know,
but it's fun, because it's like, how many times have you been joking around with your friends and you start up with either the Star Wars music that you make yourself or the Star Trek music that you do, or G.I. Joe or whatever. There's always
absolutely.
all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
I mean, the music always, you know, makes it pop and makes it more vibrant in your head, in my opinion. So again, I was having a blast, like listening to you guys, and I was really into that video and into that Gorn figure, because that's one of my favorite OG characters, even though he's barely does anything, but still, he just was so cool looking back in the time as a kid. And like, you guys explained it so well that, you know, it's okay.
It saved you money.
Yeah, I mean,
money.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the reason why we watch, right? I mean,
exactly.
Get other people's opinions, and I'm happy I did, because I might have bought that thing just off the appearance. I didn't even know it existed, and like literally at first I was like, oh wow, I got to check out where I can find this, and then watching it, I was just like, I'm not dropping that kind of money for something that barely moves. Like I expect it to be like, almost animatronic or have an iPod in it or something for that.
Something, right?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand the 1/6 are a lot more expensive just on the whole, but like when you see what you're getting, it's like, is it justified?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, and I mean, Mondo has totally changed the game with that stuff too. I mean, it's just
yeah.
insane. So, but no, I mean, like I said, just again, obviously, I've been watching your stuff and trying to learn more about what you guys are doing and everything. But I got to tell you, and again, no ass kissing here, just great stuff. I mean, it's just so fluid and so fun. And
thank you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
it's a very refreshing thing to see. And again, I've watched a lot of, and I will drop names, Shartimus and Pixel Dan and all those guys for years. I'm a 50-year-old guy, so I've been watching too. I've been in the game since I was 16. So
I turned.
You watch those guys as well.
I turned 50 in August, so I'm right there with you, my friend.
December, so almost 50. So so it's like, you get to 49 already, you're 50. But
like I tell people all the time. I think I said at work the other day to my friend Jay, he pops in from time to time. He's a collector as well, which is really cool, and he's a great dude. But like I work with him, and at work the other day, I was like, Jay, I'm 50, and he's like, you're 49. I'm like, dude, I'm closer to 50 than I am 49, sir. I'm way closer.
We round up.
Yes.
At a certain age.
It's funny. I never did it. I only did it when I was 20. Trying to pretend like I was 21, but it's
absolutely.
Again until I hit 49, and then all of a sudden I was like, well, I'm 50, and people are like, oh, you're 49.
It's
like,
just easier.
Yeah. It just makes sense. Like who's sitting there going, oh man, he's 49. It's just But anyway, Danny, you're awfully quiet back there. You were so excited to get these guys on, and I'm so happy you did.
I didn't want to interrupt you guys. I was actually.
I know. I'm totally fanboying over them, so I'm sorry. I'll try to contain myself.
I gotta say though, Goldy and Joe, you both inspired me to get that Page Puncher's Robin. Like literally after I watched the video.
Dude, that figure is insanely good for $25. Now, the thing is, it's one of the things.
Sidebar: I did notice after our review, it went up to 28 on Big Bad Site.
Oh yeah,
but, it's worth it.
I don't know if they watch us, but I'm saying, like, we should be charging more for that. We reviewed that Voltron, and the next thing you know, it was sold out on there. I don't know, maybe.
I was so excited about that one, over 4,000 views on that one.
I don't know, maybe.
How so many people think what we think about.
Hold on, guys. Here we
trail off.
We got Kadri joining us.
What's up? Welcome to the party.
Oh, it's a party. I didn't notice. I would have bought gifts. Oh, but for my two co-hosts, I have two gifts for you.
Oh man,
I got one for
us. Nothing for us, man.
Earlier today.
That's all right.
Well, that's a welcome that I can't imagine not having for two esteemed guests. But hey, anyway,
they'll live.
So I got a question. Since we're talking about how like the prices have went up, are we doing pickups first, Brian, or should I go into my questions?
Gentlemen, did you have anything? We do pickups every week, kind of like all these kind of shows do. Did you have anything that you wanted to show off, or sorry that
I didn't know we were supposed to bring anything.
You don't have to. It's just one of those things. We just run through them real quick of the things we grabbed, and kind of let other people know, hey, we found this at Ross, or hey, we found this on Amazon, or
Oh, nice. I did find the blue battering LED at Ross last week in Countryside, Illinois for $10. So that is now hanging on my weapons shelf. I have a little shelf that's just.
I did notice they had a bunch of the batarangs at Ross when I was there on Wednesday. I usually hit it right before I hit my comic shop.
Nice.
But
nice.
I noticed they had a few of the different ones there for $10, which is a great deal for those.
And then, of course, my extremely amazing friends over at Mr. Wayne's Pop Culture Collectibles. Thank you, Ryan, if you're watching. Got me my 1989 SH Monster Arts Godzilla. So I was pretty excited to get the Biollante Godzilla. So that was pretty cool.
So before I forget, this episode brought to you by
Turbo Toy,
located in Prospect Heights, Illinois.
Hey, want to see my dinosaur?
I like it. Is that the Indominus Rex?
Of course it is. It's the Hammond collection. It even comes with real battle damage.
Didn't I tell you to clean out the mouth before you showed
When they came up with that back in the 90s, it was like the coolest thing ever, and it's still awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It's still awesome.
I mean,
I love that.
I like when dinosaurs get hurt.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
and
It
let's
makes it more like oh, this fight actually means something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, there's high stakes to
Open the
it.
door.
Yeah.
Everybody wants more. Everybody do the dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
All right, who's
Oh,
saying that
man.
song, Kadri?
I'm gonna sing it and then watch out.
And let's not forget our other sponsor, Mr. Wayne's Pop Culture and Collectibles, located in Westmont, Illinois.
Yeah, there's some cool guys over there.
Yeah, those fellas are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Pretty sweet.
The goats. They are the goats.
I still have to get out to the new shop. I was only at the old one once, and I did like it. It's kind of a drive for me. So, no, but all right. So, did you guys have anything else you wanted to talk about the new up this
I can
week?
do a quick lightning round on my pickups because I got.
Well, no, I was letting the guys go first since they're
Oh,
our guests.
hi guys. I'm sorry.
No, I
that
didn't
was it.
snatch up anything this week myself, so that was just a couple of Goldy.
No, and according to FedEx, Mephisto should be here tomorrow. So we'll see.
Yeah, mine is too.
Yeah, we'll
mine's
see.
on the way as well. So we all
Very
should
nice.
be playing with the devil himself soon.
Oh,
Okay.
I've been playing with him.
we got some fun ideas for this week's video if he pops in. So hopefully we can make that happen.
Well, I will definitely be
You know-
following and liking to make sure that I see what you guys have to offer with your review.
You know that throne is also going to make a good throne for Spawn,
Oh yeah.
Ooh, good call. Good call.
I never,
especially the Wings
unfortunately,
of Redemption.
never got my hands on that Elite Edition Spawn.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not either, but I did customize one of the Mortal Kombat spawns and got like one of those aftermarket capes, and it looks sweet. So I don't need.
That's what a
anything
lot of
after
people were doing. That and the throne spawn, the garbage throne spawn, they took because it didn't come with a cape, so people were just buying cloth capes and putting it on top.
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they had some really sweet ones on AliExpress for really reasonable prices, not hard to put on at all. So love that so much of that stuff's available now.
Yeah. Oh, actually, something else I wanted to show you guys. I know both of you will get a kick out of this. Check this out. 20th anniversary Shinkocho Seiho Garo.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Yeah.
So you guys remember like Power Rangers and Kamen Rider?
I'm a huge Kamen Rider fan, but I don't remember that drawing.
So he's not a Kamen Rider. He falls under the same genre as Kamen Rider, Tokusatsu.
Oh yeah.
But this show is kind of more adult oriented, more than Kamen Rider, and it's actually pretty ultra violent. So if you ever watch the episodes, you should check them out. It's pretty good. They even have an animated series too.
Nice.
Awesome.
But speaking of Kamen Rider, I also got the. Let me show you guys. Oh, sorry. I also got this guy, the Shinkocho Seiho Baron.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That goes with Gaim. I also have the weapon set somewhere, but I don't really know where at the moment.
Yeah, I'm super happy. I saw that the Kamen Rider Black goes up for pre-order again. So I'm very excited. I missed out on that first pre-order because I kind of got out of the game. Like I was showing Joe, like we were walking down memory lane in my basement one day, and I showed him the very first Rebel tech ever made, which was the Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. I showed him all my original Showa Kamen Riders, like every single one of them. Which was
to see like that quality.
Oh yeah, and then I started showing him the old 1/9 scale Metacoms that I had, like Kamen Rider X, Kamen Rider Amazon. So
the real action hero.
Yes, sir. The ones in the outfits that had the smaller Joe body underneath. They weren't the large scale Kamen Riders, but they were the 1/9 scales, and those were really nice.
Well, the 1/9 scales are kind of tricky with that line because it's like it doesn't really scale with anything because
no, they scale with each other kind of, but
with each other. But I'm outside of that. Like if you wanted to do crossover shit, and that's the thing that kind of drives me nuts with scaling sometimes. And it's like, and Bandai used to do the same thing with that Imagination Works Dragon Ball stuff, which was like, oh, it's 1/9 scale. I'm like, okay, what the fuck am I doing with this?
even all the old Figmas and stuff. Like I got the old original Good Smile Company Figma release of Guyver 1.
Oh God,
and he scales with nothing.
Nothing.
He's like,
so tiny.
He's like the size of a Joe, pretty much. You know.
It's so tiny. But the original Max Factory ones, which again, same company.
Oh yeah.
Are the more like Marvel Legends scale size, but those
Yep.
things go for hundreds of dollars. And the fucked up shit is they have a really bad shelf life. Like they literally fall apart.
Absolutely. I know that from experience, you know. And
Me
plus,
too.
like, if you even go back, like the Soul Shigoken line, like the scaling on that was ridiculous because like I had the Mazinger Z, but then I also had the Daiki Maru with Guy King, and Guy King's like this big, and the Daiki Maru, you know what I'm saying? So
it's like this tiny, but now they kind of. Now they kind of fix themselves a bit because now a lot of the scaling now is kind of more like 10 to 12 inch now.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I was checking out the new Mazinga.
Right, the new music, right. And then when they were re-releasing shit, I'm thinking, oh, they're going to fix the scaling. It's like, dude, it's literally the same one that came out like 10, 15 years ago. I'm like, what's the point?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah.
The combiners, though, I really like because, what was it? I know Vehicle Voltron, or I think they call it the Dairuger in Japan. And they also, the Voltus 5 stuff.
Yeah.
Really good. And they've even done some like crossover shit. Do you guys collect any of the DX Jigoken Macross stuff?
No, unfortunately, I never opened, like, growing up as a kid, watched Robotech like the rest of us, I'm guessing, but like never got into collecting the Robotech stuff myself, personally.
Getting too many other really expensive things. So yeah, that was one of those ones. It's like, oh man, that Veritech is so cool, but I don't have $300 right now.
Well, the closest to it we ever got was the Transformers Jetfire, which
absolutely.
Oh yeah,
dude, I almost had my hands on one at a fucking toy show, like complete, but not in box though, but complete for like, dude, I would have been able to get the guy down to $250, but then some fucking cocksucker went and got it, snaked me from it. Fuckers. Damn it. Yeah. And I saw the fucker too. And the guy
jumped on
me.
this crazy anime takusatsu, like, poor one. I'm loving it because I don't get to talk about a lot of this stuff like with people. So thank you.
We love the fact that you guys just kind of went off, but Danny and I are like,
I know that's why I was kind of like,
sorry. I went off on a tangent because like I watched a lot of your reviews, kind of like researching you guys, and I'm like, it's like. I'm like, holy shit, you guys are like way heavy into imports. I'm like, I like it.
Oh yeah. I still to this day have the first SH Monster Art Godzilla on display. Like I had almost the entire collection at one point. I ended up selling them because I had a kid. And
dude, I still got my Kiryu, and like the most disappointing monster art ever for me was the one I wanted most was the fucking Final Wars one, because Final Wars Godzilla is like now it's my second all-time favorite. But now they're re-releasing it, and I'm praying to God when I get
third time now.
Yeah, well, no, they re-released it, the one with the ship.
Well, it's third time. The new release is just flame version, basically.
The flame version, right? But I'm hoping it doesn't have the same problems. Like, I'm hoping
it's falling apart every time you touch him.
Exactly, that's the shit that pissed me the fuck off.
I think I looked at him the other day on the shelf and fell apart.
Yeah, like you look at it funny. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Like,
but on the other hand, though, you can get that thing in like the sickest poses. Like I'll send Joe pictures of him doing like flying karate kicks and like superhero landings. So it's like one hand, it sucks they fall apart, but they go back together. But the articulation is just it's better than the guy in the suit himself. It's insane.
It's bar none the best. Like the only other company that comes closest is Haya Toys.
Haya's really good. I think Haya is way more accurate with their suits and their scales, but Monster Art still beats them in articulation because I just finally got the Mega Gearus 2000 Godzilla to compare it with the 99 from Haya, and both amazing figures, but one's a budget figure, the other one's not quite a budget figure. And
again, it's like both are imports, but again, like you said, one's an import, one's more expensive.
One's $52, one's $130.
But that's always been my problem with the Monster Arts. It's like, okay, you charge these crazy prices, but you don't give us more accessories. Like effect parts should be standard on Monster Arts, in just my opinion.
Well, it's just disappointing because like the figure arts come with so many accessories, and it's the same thing. And then like I don't know if you remember back in the day before Ultraman wasn't part of the figure arts. They kind of just incorporated them.
Yeah,
They had
Ultra
their
X.
own, the Ultra
I
X.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
I used
And
to
that was like
collect
a
them. I
completely
collect that.
different scale too. Completely
Yeah,
different
different scale.
scale.
Grid
Same
man.
Heroes and Mr. Wayne.
Yeah.
They're just
They
Right.
probably came from me.
yeah, probably.
Well,
Yes.
remember Gridman? Those were Ultra X.
Oh, yeah.
Those were until we
Yeah.
got the Shinko for Gridman, and now we're getting the Shinko for fucking Thunder Gridman, which I
Yep.
can't wait for.
Oh, that one's gonna be cool. That one's gonna be cool. Like I said, I'm still stoked for the Kamen Rider Black because that was like my
Dude, me
series.
too, man.
That was my series, man. Like, oh, I love that series. It was so good.
As they call it in America, Masked Rider.
No, let's not talk about that ever again, please.
Listen, I liked it. Listen, for what it was, I liked the show.
Out of all the translations from the Tokusatsu to American, though, like that one and Beetleborgs were just like, well, I don't know. Gridman was pretty bad too.
No. Listen. I disagree with you on Gridman. I thought Gridman was better written than fucking Power Rangers.
Oh, okay, written wise, but like how they transferred from the Japanese show to the American show is terrible.
Right, they took a lot of liberties. I get that, but the thing is, for a show, like it kind of felt nice to be like, oh yeah, these guys are relatable. It's like,
dude, it was like, dude, just the fact that you could come home and like, okay, way back in the day. I mean, this is the last thing I promise I'll say about Tokusatsu. My dad's friend was a salesman for AT&T, and he used to travel to Japan, and he used to bring me VHS tapes, and I'm talking 5, 6, 7 years old. VHS tapes back from Japan of Kamen Rider, Ultraman 80, because that's what was airing at the time.
Right.
Just all this cool stuff, and it was all in Japanese. And I had no idea what any of it was, but that's when it happened. You know, that's that, and like the WLS, like 4 a.m. showing of Terror of Mechagodzilla. My dad recorded.
Oh my god, I used to. Dude, do you know a guy named Joe Bob Briggs?
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't know him personally.
Dude, Monster Vision every fucking Saturday, man.
Oh yeah.
All I would watch. When he used to have his Godzilla marathons on 4th of July, fucking hell, man. I would just sit there, fucking eat my barbecue and watch fucking Godzilla.
Yeah, I feel you, but okay, I'm done. I'm sorry, guys. Joe, we're gonna step off camera for a minute. Joe's gonna hit me with the rubber hose real quick. We'll be right. No, I'm kidding. I got off track. I'm so sorry, guys. Just talking stuff like that is fun.
Oh, you guys talking about Joe Bob Briggs reminds me. I used to watch him on cable when I was a kid, and I would walk around the house the next day talking like I was a cowboy. And my mom would always be like, "Why the hell are you talking like a cowboy?" I just walk around my house trying to sound like Joe Bob Briggs or whatever his name was. I don't know. It's one of those funny things that you brought that up.
Well,
like,
you lucky fucks had Svengoolie, so
we did have Svengoolie. We still have
Yes,
Svengoolie.
we did. And
Well, we technically have the son of Svengoolie.
American treasure.
Oh yeah, I would say so.
I met him at Comic-Con. He's the coolest dude ever, man.
Well, he also did a lot of stuff with Fox Kids and stuff. When
Yeah.
The Co-Zone.
Dr. Don in the morning, man. He used to play Battle of the Planets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Battle of the Planets. Gotcha, man.
Yup. Yes, sir.
All right, let's not get into another one of those. At one point I started laughing because I looked at Daddy and he looked like he was that kid from that meme that says "I like turtles," and couldn't help but laugh. I was still the same thing. I'm like, I got nothing to contribute here. I don't know what to do.
I'm right there with you, fellas. I'm learning it as I'm hanging out with Goldy on week to week now. So it's.
But again,
I'm getting like every sixth word.
You find an interesting reviewer and you start seeing some of this stuff and it gets you a little bit more into it. I mean, plenty of influencers have gotten me into things that I said I wouldn't get into. So again, it's fun to listen to, but like I'm sitting here trying to be like, oh, I have Power Rangers.
Well, what's great is like Joe like collects a lot of things outside the spectrum that I don't collect, and then I collect a lot of things that he doesn't collect. So it's really nice bringing it together because it's like, who's like, hey, you want me to bring this G.I. Joe? I don't personally collect the line because I'd be broke if I did. My kid would be living in a van down by the river. But long story short, it's nice to have somebody that can bring other things in, like, and I'm bringing in things. So it's awesome. The collaboration is just beautiful.
That's check out a lot of the kaiju stuff that I never really got a chance to check out. It always looked really cool in box, but to actually get to handle it, see what it can do is just like, oh, cool, yeah.
But that Page Puncher Tim Drake, it was $25.
Yeah, dude. I couldn't believe that.
Dude,
So
you know what's
good.
egregious? This fucking 2-pack with him and fucking Mongol, $80.
Oh,
$80 fucking dollars. These
Yeah,
2-packs
that's
used to be
ridiculous.
60.
Yeah, that's not great. That is terrible.
Oh, but I'm not going to raise the prices. You know, I don't have to. I don't have a bunch of.
Because it's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool to raise prices. Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, that's the point that like I try to make in a lot of our reviews is like, a lot of us are grown men that have families that have bills. We have water bills, we have electric bills, we have, house, we got bills, man. And, a lot of people out there might be sponsored and might be getting stuff for free, but I'm not. Are you?
You gave me that Mountain Dew.
It's a good Mountain
It was
Dew.
a good deal.
Yeah, it's tasty. That'd be 50 cents, sir.
No, wait a minute.
Expect.
Mr. Wayne's has been pretty kind to you guys from what I can tell from your video.
Oh yeah, they absolutely loan us stuff so we can review it, which is absolutely awesome.
That's a sweet deal. That's a pretty
yeah, that's fantastic. Like, but what I was gonna get at is like, Mr. Wayne's will only ever be my sponsor. Like that's it. Years ago, when I started the channel, I said, Mike, I'm gonna review things and I'm gonna be honest because I'm an old school punk rock guy, man, and honesty is the way to go. And I said, Mike, I'm going to tear things apart sometimes. And you sell those things. Are you cool with that, man? And he was like, Goldie, do it. Just do it. And that's when I was like, all right, these guys got my back, man. They believe in what I'm doing. And it's just, it's an amazing feeling if you get what I'm saying. It's like, wow, somebody believes in you. I don't know. But yeah.
Well, that's kind of like the same conversation. That's kind of like the same conversation me and Brian had when we first started our thing. And I was like, and I would tell him like, yo, if companies gave me free shit, I would ship it back. He looked at me like, yo, you're full of shit. I'm like, nah, I'm serious. I'm like, if I'm gonna be honest about a review, I'm gonna be honest about a review. I would rather pay for it and be honest. If it's shit, they're gonna know it's shit.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
If it's good?
Like, a good friend of mine by the name of Joe, I don't know if you guys know him. He said, I don't have any room on my shelves for crappy toys.
I don't.
And I was like, yeah, I get that, man.
There's too much good stuff that's coming out and too many different things I like just to have shelf space for stuff that's just completely mediocre.
Well, here, that would lead me to a question, though. Like, how much do you guys collect because of the aesthetic and the nuance of the newer toys that are out there compared to, like, do either of you collect vintage stuff? Because, I mean, a lot of people would call old Kenner Batman stuff crap, but I call it nostalgic gold. And that's kind of where, like, Kadri and Danny and I all do well together, is I'm kind of a vintage and new guy. Kadri is kind of a new and, import guy, and Danny's like a Power Ranger and Star Wars. Like, we all bring our own thing, into it. So, like, do you guys do you collect anything vintage? Is there vintage on your shelf, or do you kind of just move on year to year as something better comes out? You just kind of sell the old one and get the new one?
I mean, I would like to believe I have vintage on my shelf. I have the very first.
Well, I guess it's true. Do you collect vintage as well?
Well,
no,
meaning
I don't
not
buy
import.
vintage anymore. Like if I saw something at G Fest that like sparked my mind that I might have had as a kid, like the old Trendmaster Godzilla stuff, or even like the old Mattel like Bullmark vinyl imports. Like I had some of those as a kid. Most of them were Ultraman monsters, but to me that's vintage. That's what I would buy, But when it comes to like old Star Wars, He-Man, no, unfortunately, I had it as a kid, and the things that are out now are just way better, for me personally.
I only get like very limited vintage. Like it's if I want something on card. There's that nostalgic feeling of seeing something that you saw in the toy store when you were a kid. And so yeah, any of those that really like spark that nerve for me, like the first Spider-Man figure my grandma bought me. Like I have like that same figure, like but brand new on card. So every time I see it makes me think of my grandma. So like, yeah, I've got maybe about a dozen or so figures, and as time goes on, I still like, add another one or two in there as, like it, interest kind of hits me.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's one of the best parts about collecting and being involved in a collector community is that, if you keep your mind open, you really get to see what all sorts of people's minds go to and what they collect and what they're into and what's special to them about doing it. I mean, for me, vintage definitely is what brought me in. But over the years, everything's just gotten so much better. It's like, yeah, I still love to have my old, Batman Returns figures, but I also like to get, whatever the new cool Batman Returns figure is that's coming out from any of the 15,000 companies making them these days. But I mean, still, now we live in this age that it's far more expensive, but it does give us an opportunity to get what we feel is our best version of it. Because mine might be the NECA one, and someone else's might be the, the McFarlane one or the new Mattel one or whatever. And to me, that's just part of the fun of talking with folks like you or my co-host or whatever about all the different stuff that's out there and really where we've come from and where we are now. I mean, I don't know the last time I really noticed many toys on the shelf that are for kids anymore. I mean, it's very limited compared to what it is for us. So I just think it's fun.
Speaking of bang, no, I was saying, speaking of bang for your buck, like Jada with their Street Fighter line, like for $35, you get this big chunk of plastic with a bunch of accessories with it. And it's like they're putting companies like McFarlane and Hasbro to shame.
Join in.
Huh?
Come on, Danny, grab yours. Everybody's doing it. Come on.
You got one too.
Yeah, well, I haven't had a
Danny, did you even get Blanca?
Somebody's been talking about his common riding ass.
What?
Yeah, that's one of the things that Joe brought to my attention was the Street Fighter figures. I have walked past them at Walmart in the aisle millions of times because I was like, no, John Golden, you only collect Marvel Legends, Godzilla, Tokusatsu, and like 80s pop culture stuff. Yes, I do have all of the NECA Golden Girls, and I love them all. But at the end of the day, like, that's it. Like, I used to I used to Star Wars Black. I used to do G.I. Joe. I just finally sold. I kept two Joes.
This one is in Jada, but this is the Storm Collectibles.
Storm Arena, right?
Storm Arena, probably one of the best lines to come out there, almost on par with Jada. Not perfect. I have my gripes with both companies, but the thing is, for me, they've always had solid releases. And it's like, again, I'm a fighting game fanatic. X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus Capcom, Mortal Kombat, all of this stuff. And like seeing figures like this brings me back to 1998 when I used to sit down and play on my PlayStation, or back to 95 when I would play on in the arcades.
Hell yeah. Aladdin's Castle, Chicago Ridge Mall, Street Fighter 2. Oh man.
Castle. Wow.
Yeah.
And Danny's told me a bunch about Galloping Ghost.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's amazing.
There's actually a video I made a long time ago, a real long time ago that I made that was just like, I was trying to branch out. I wasn't just trying to be a review guy. I wanted to do reviews of other things such as businesses and stuff. So I went to like a Galaxy Golf in Orland, which is actually awesome. It's got like a giant AT-AT in it. It's got a big Godzilla. It's super awesome. It's like Galaxy Golf in Orland Park, Illinois. And it's really cool. Big old iron giant when you walk in. I mean, the place is cool. But I started to branch out and try and do videos for other stuff, if you know what I'm saying. And I did one for Galloping Ghost, so just watch the video and you'll see, like, yeah, you must go there. It's awesome. The owner, Doc, is an amazing human being. The guy is super great. Huge Godzilla guy. Actually has the Galloping Ghost Godzilla model kits that him and another producer there do. So, like, yeah, Doc's cool. Galloping Ghost, go. It's awesome. Worth your time.
Thumbs up.
Well worth your time.
Whenever I visit Danny, that's one of the first things we're gonna do.
Not come see me, just go. Yeah, okay. That's
great. Well, we're gonna try to convince you to come with us, Brienne of Tarth. God.
Well, if you guys do it on a Monday or Tuesday night, I'll go.
We're in.
I'm just hoping I run into you guys when I finally make it down to Mr. Wayne's.
You'll see him.
You'll see me. I'm there Tuesdays through Saturdays now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The one time I went, I think it was on St. Patrick's Day or St. Patrick's Day weekend a few years ago, and literally, like, his mom, the owner's mom, was the one working there.
Peggy, she's wonderful.
Yeah, she's a beautiful
woman. It was the sweetest thing. But like, if I asked her about anything, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you'd have to ask my son." I'm like, "Okay, I get it. Like, I'm here on a holiday. My bad." Like, but no, I mean, they had tons of great stuff. I just, tons of cool customs and just
The new store is awesome.
The old
Like,
store
it's-
is like your buddy's basement. The new store is actually like a store. Like that's the way we've been describing it because
it's literally
there's just no comparison in the old place to the new place.
it's the same way for our other sponsor, Turbo Toys, where it's,
Turbo toy.
it was literally like, you know, a small little corner shop, like it was in the middle, but it was like a very tiny shop you had to like squeeze through to get through. And
The
now
epitome of the hole in the wall, right?
yeah,
Mhm.
literally. But they have like everything nostalgia wise you can think of, not just toys, like pins and, you know, art and magazines and, you know, you name it.
5, motherfuckers. Nick in 5.
There you go. Yeah, so you know, you didn't have Michael Jordan to go through this time, so I guess you were due to win. But
See,
anyway,
every time I fucking say that shit, you always gotta mention Jordan.
Easy mode.
You know, the funny thing about that John Cena figure, the only reason why they did that 33 like that was because they couldn't get the rights to Ewing's jersey.
makes sense.
Yeah. Why? Well,
That's on brand.
yeah. You don't want to pay. You don't want to pay for that. You know.
Yeah.
Remember those starting lines?
That's why we can't get a Deadpool with a Ryan Reynolds head. They don't want to pay the likeness rights.
I mean,
No, of
it's
course not.
ridiculous too. Even everyone's talking about the Jim Bro Skeletor.
Yeah.
You've seen that, and the one thing everybody's complaining about is that they didn't use the skull, like, or the not the skull, the bone Nike sign that's in the movie.
Yeah.
Literally, the director of the movie is the son of, you know, the Nike era or whatever, and it's like they didn't put that on the toy. Like, really? Like, I don't know. I just find it funny that they didn't use the Nike symbols on the toy. It's like, come on, you can't work something
Right.
out. You know, you're son of.
I mean, if anything, you would think it would help help the brand. You know what I mean?
Right? That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I mean, that's how
like, come on with
Nintendo
a
seems
pair
like they
of
take a
shoes.
lot of their approach with toys. It's like this is advertising for the stuff that we really do.
Exactly.
But
Everybody's
no, it's just like, hey, we got to string out every last cent everywhere we can.
Yeah. That's yeah.
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 Question. I know I joined like super late. We didn't talk about Supergirl yet, right?
I didn't think we were going to because I don't think the guys saw it yet. That was
No,
Okay.
you saw it,
I
right?
saw it, and he's already read reviews on it.
Yeah. So I'm good. I mean,
Well, I mean, I don't
Alright,
want to. I don't want to spoil anything since we didn't say anything. I think we can go over it, but maybe Kadri, if you let Danny finally show his pickups for the week.
I'm done with my pickups.
Okay, Danny, go ahead, show your pickups, and then we'll move into Supergirl.
It's gonna be a quick lightning round because I got quite a few things. So it was the Fortnite Snake Eyes for one.
Nice.
Oh, you got it?
Yes, ma'am. You got the
Oh, you're gonna have to tell me later how much
there
you
you
paid
go.
for it.
Wolverine mask. I
Oh,
found these.
I know you're running around the house in that Wolverine mask.
Certainly has the comic accurate height for it.
Got these two pops.
People still buy those?
I only buy the.
I know, Danny. I'm just messing with you,
The
buddy.
Darth Nihilus,
That's
Supergirl Lobo, TV show Supergirl.
oh, that's cool. Nice.
I actually put the-
Season 3.
I put the laser eyes head on that Supergirl because it looked better.
The AT driver.
Those are all TVC, right?
This for $10 at Walmart, so that's not bad.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. Is that the champion class one?
I'm not 100%.
It was like $20, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, those are sweet.
Yeah, let me know how that is, man. Those look really sweet.
I keep seeing people saying they're finding those at Walmarts. None of my Walmarts near me have those.
And then I got the Devon. And then
Shit.
the real
Such a good
Han
show.
Solo, which I got this at Wayne's. Got this one at Wayne's, the Chewbacca, brand new. $18 actually, each one. Not bad.
Note to self: restock those.
18 at Wayne's. Shadows of the Empire, $18.
Was that
Yeah.
Prince Caesar?
Yes, 11th Brother.
Crow.
And then I got the Secret War Spider-Man. The Magic.
Magic,
Um,
nice.
Mafex Psylocke. Both the Supergirls, which I actually switched ahead, so I did a little kit bash, very minimal.
Danny, did they give you a 4th of July bonus this week or what?
No. And then this is the Darth Maul from the TV show. Rook. And I got all the
Jeez.
first editions because I also got the black box versions of them. So that one.
I heard about that story.
Wave
Yeah.
2. Here's another
I did
Wave
too.
2.
I did too.
And the IG-11 from Wave 2.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And I believe that's it.
Nice.
Big haul for you this
That
week,
is
buddy.
a sweet haul, man.
Mine's
Oh,
not
I
very.
forgot one more thing. I forgot. I got the Mezco 112 animated series Batman.
Nice. That is really sought after.
Really? Because
Yeah.
it was still available.
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of people with it on pre-order, and our shipment hasn't come in yet. So there's a lot of people that call us like, "Is the pre-order in yet? I'm about to knock down the door."
All right. Well, I'll go real quick as well, so we can get to the other things. Got him from Amazon for $10.
Nice.
It's the Master 3000X version. Obviously, as you guys were showing off yours, I finally picked him up at GameStop using some points.
Nice.
Is that
Yeah,
the
use
regular or
those
glow in the dark
points.
version?
Kadri got me into these, and I just never see him, and when I do, it's always the same three. It's always Ryu, Chun-Li, and
Fei
Yeah.
Long.
who?
Oh, Fei Long.
Fei Long.
Fei Long. Yeah, Fei Long.
Yeah.
It never-
Bruce Lee.
and then right before the Amazon deal started, I was able to pick this up for $30 on Amazon.
Nice.
Definitely worth 30.
Right, but
Definitely worth 30. The crossbones is really nice.
yeah, I mean, but for $60, I was like, I know this is. I'm gonna play clearance chicken.
Well, the winner in that 2-pack is definitely crossbones. When you open it and play with it, you'll see.
Well, and if you compare her to the Return of Marvel Legends version, she's definitely a bonus.
Yeah.
That one.
Well, yeah, it's an
Absolutely.
improvement.
And then my last thing, randomly walking through Walmart, I found this in the bathing
Nice.
aisle,
Nice.
hanging with the bathing suits, and I've never seen them in stores. And I love these vintage style motifs.
Oh, yeah, they're cool.
Oh, yeah.
Masterverse figures. So, and Beastman, Merman, all those guys are my favorites, and Merman's supposed to be out now too. So, excited for those. But other than that, I don't know what the hell else I've gotten recently. Just comics and stuff that I already showed off in my videos. But that's it for me.
Nice haul.
Thank you, Danny. Woo, got a lot of stuff. Congrats, buddy. I don't know where you're gonna put it all, but congrats.
Yeah, I'm gonna start getting rid of boxes. That's what's gonna happen.
That's what always happens. The boxes are the first to go, unless you're an inbox collector. Then your wife is the first thing to go. But anyway, did I really? Okay. So anyway, yeah, Supergirl has hit theaters, and early on, everybody was bashing it to bits, and I went and saw it with my buddies, and I thought it was fantastic. I talked about it with Kadri a little bit, and we don't want to get into spoilers, but
You can't.
yeah, exactly. But overall, I thought Miley Alcock, is that how you say her name?
Millie Alcock.
Millie. Okay, Millie Alcock. I thought she was perfect as Supergirl. I thought Lobo was fantastic. I really have to say I loved the elements of, first off, it's James Gunn. So you're in that James Gunn space universe. Everything from getting sucked into space to tons of different alien species and all that all over the place is within the first 20 minutes of the movie. You're getting all of that. And for me, I'm a fan, so I loved it. But really, I felt like a kid watching Star Wars again for the first time. And I'm talking like A New Hope, like original Star Wars. And obviously, because I'm going to be turning 50. But I mean, it really, it brought me back to that time where, as a kid, I'm watching and I'm looking at all these different aliens and going, oh, what kind of planet would that live on? And my brain is just going wild in ways that it has.
Scene on the bus was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And again, I don't want to get into spoilers. I don't want to ruin it for Goldie or anybody who might be watching on the replay. And I have to say watching on the replay, because believe it or not, we don't get a lot for live, but we get a lot of people rewatching on the replay. But anyway, that's just what these numbers tell me. I'm sure you guys understand that. But anyway, so I'm watching the movie and I find myself smiling through the movie. And I'm not the biggest Supergirl fan. I've read the book, Woman of Tomorrow, way back in the day. and I picked it up to reread it and never got around to rereading it. And Kadri and I were kind of talking, and he kind of told me that like a big thing in it was changed, and I was kind of worried about it at the end, and it did kind of bother me, but not enough to make me not enjoy the movie. And if you've read the book and you've seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, highly suggest. It's a quick read. They have it on trade paperbacks. You can find it at Barnes and Nobles and probably Amazon, all that. But
Amazon has the hardcover for $30.
Okay, well the soft is like $17.99 or something. But
Yeah,
no,
but you want to get the hardcover, man. Fuck the soft cover. What the fuck? What's wrong with you?
But anyway, just my personal opinion, I loved it. I don't know, people bitching about a mic or like a needle drop and stuff about the Jimmy Eat World song redone by whoever it was, where it's really soft. I understood why they did it that way. I get it. It wasn't very like, impactful as far as like an action scene goes, but there was to me meaning behind it. But at the same time, the change that they made to the movie, I don't know. You have to see it to kind of know where I'm coming from. But I didn't think it was that big of a deal to make a big fuss over. And, they definitely, again, there's certain things I can't say that I want to say, but I'll just leave them alone. But overall, I loved it. What about you guys? What did you feel? Like, Goldie, obviously you didn't see it, but Joe, what were your thoughts on the movie?
Well, I didn't read Woman of Tomorrow, so I didn't really know what to expect from the story. I was going to kind of wait to read. Thanks,
Well, hey, on Spotify, they do audiobooks, so it's okay.
There you go.
So I didn't know what to expect from the story. I was really blown away by Superman. So like I was just anxious to see more of this universe. And I thought the story fit really well for what they wanted to do with Supergirl for this universe. So I was perfectly happy watching it. I was the same as you, Brian, where it was just like, oh my God, like I'm seeing some of the best Star Wars here, and it's the middle of a Supergirl movie. Like, this is great.
It was so much fun. It really
was. Like I guess one thing, like I said, that was a little bit on the disappointing side was, like, as you mentioned, Brian, like the music. Like James Gunn has just done such an amazing job of putting great music into his movies.
Mm-hmm.
I really kind of feel like he might have been a little bit better to be like, hey, here's some other tracks I think you might like for some of these scenes, and maybe they'll work out better for you, because like maybe they just don't work, because I mean I found the Jimmy Eat World thing pretty distracting. Myself, I'm not going to say it was like a terrible movie because of it, but it was distracting. Definitely.
Yeah, the song itself, like the original song, is great, but the remake of it was not very fitting to me, at least for the fight.
No, it was not. So I mean, like that was just something. Yeah, it wasn't a big thing, but it was a thing.
But yeah, I mean, the thing I was telling Kadri about it when we talked about it, he and I talked on the phone, we were talking about it, and like the villain was so vile. At one point I was like, man, I hate this guy. Like, I don't even want to buy his action figure. But like watching her as Supergirl, I was like, maybe I do want to go out and buy that McFarlane figure, even though it looks like ass face. Like, like it really was pulling me in. And then I was kind of like, well, Mattel's coming out and it's going to be fairly fresh. Maybe they'll do their own.
That's where I'm at. Yeah.
And
I'm honestly surprised they didn't do a kids line for it like they did with the new DC Premiere stuff. Like they didn't do anything at all for Supergirl.
Honestly, I was a little surprised at how many young girls were there with like mom and dad, because it really did not feel like an appropriate movie for kids. It really felt more like an adult, superhero movie.
It really felt like a graphic novel brought to life.
Yes. It was very dark in the places it had to be dark to really make her as a hero so much more impactful. And I mean, to me, it was very dark. For like, if I was gonna, like, I won't bring my kids to it. I think they're too young. They're under 10. So I mean, just for me personally, like if I had like a teenage daughter, 100%, I'd be like, this is what you need to see. But just way too dark with some of the situations and just the bad guy in it and stuff. And I mean, again, you could say that about Vader and all the rest of them too, but again, different times. But
I mean, you could say the same thing about Rogue One.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But that's another one that's not made for kids. I mean, like Star Wars Episode 1.
I mean, it literally straddles the line on PG-13.
All right. Well, Danny, you haven't said, what did you think of the movie? How was your feelings on it?
Pretty much the same as you said. I just loved it. I have no problem with the way it ended. Like Kadri told me the ending, and I'm like, that's fine. I still like the way it ended. For me, it's all around good movie. You know, I don't really care what all the everyone else has to say.
Yeah, it does not deserve all the hate it's getting, and I get it. It's hard when you make movies like this, and people need to remember that the movies are always not exactly the same as the source material. They never have been, and I mean, what the closest I think I've ever seen them come was The Watchmen, and even that was changed at the end. So I mean,
but it worked. Yeah. The changes worked in Watchmen.
But again, most movies take their own liberties, and nobody ever gives a shit. But it's like lately,
But here's where I disagree with you, because you can change the source material all you want, but you have to make it work. Like, take, for example, The Boys and Invincible. Lots of changes, but they made the changes work in the show.
Okay.
Supergirl, that's where they fucked up.
Okay. And again, I don't want to go into even what part that is that we're talking about.
Well, I'm not going into it. I'm just telling you.
No. I'm just saying, because what we want to talk, it's going to lead us down that road. And I don't want to.
It's not going to lead it down. I'm going to.
Through the whole movie, because you had told me that prior, I literally was sitting there going, oh man, I hope this doesn't get fucked up at the end and piss me off. Or I guess I just kind of fucked it up, didn't I? No, but like, I knowing what was coming, I was very worried going towards that scene in the movie. And so it kind of had me on nerve. But after I saw it, I was like, yeah, I get it. But at the same time, and again, when we do our spoiler review, I'll go into my fuller thoughts about that. And,
well, I'm not going to go into spoiler reviews, but my thoughts are this. If you've read the comic book and seen the movie, you're not going to get as much enjoyment out of it unless you could look past it.
Yes.
Now, if you go in raw dog.
If I may ask a question, now I have not read the comic book, so would I enjoy the movie?
I still think you'll enjoy the movie, but
you'll enjoy the movie if you haven't read the comic book.
But I also think if you really like I don't know a good way to put it without it sounding douchey, but like I think any normal human being would watch how they set up the whole movie and then get to that part and go, wait, that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but okay. It's right. One of those kind of things. Even if you haven't read the book, if you read the book,
you'll look past it.
You'll look past it, but you'll also be like, wait, okay. But again,
suspension of disbelief. But that's the thing. Here's the thing.
I'll explain without spoiling it, because it is like.
Well, let me explain. So here's the thing. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow by Tim King is a very beloved story. Very beloved. Those who've read it. Now, a lot of the reviews, like this one guy named Moist Critical, I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
No, I have no.
He did, I watched this man religiously, and because a lot of his movie reviews, his review of Supergirl was very fucking spot on. He didn't say, he's like, it's not the dumpster fire everybody's saying it is, but he's like, but there's a lot of issues with the film. And for me, because the guy they the director they hired, Craig Gillespie.
Yeah.
He was picked for a reason, because he did the Cruella movies, and he did I, Tonya, which if you ever watched I,
Tonya.
My Lord,
that movie's amazing. Yeah, that movie's amazing.
Fucking phenomenal film. And he was the right guy they chose. However, I blame the writer. I think her name is Anna Noguera. It's almost like they handed the director a template, and they're like, follow this template. But the template was pretty much a fucked up copy of the book. It's like she didn't know how to adapt it correctly.
Well, and that's how I've heard, I haven't researched this myself. I think this is the first screenplay she's done too.
No, because she wrote the Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
So this isn't her first screenplay she's written. But that's the thing. And I'm like, okay, you hired a person who specifically wrote TV show dramas to write a film. And I'm like, that always doesn't translate well. And especially she's adapting it from a book, which again, Vampire Diaries is a book series too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So it's like, lady, you should be able to to do this correctly. So it's like, and again, if you see the book comparisons, yeah, like Krem is a monster in the movie, but in the book, he's 20 times worse. So, and that's the whole point. Like, again, it's like the whole theme of vengeance will consume you and trauma will consume you. Don't let your demons get you it's like the main themes of the book. And they kind of like water it down in the movie. And
but it's almost like they have to, though. Like, think about, okay, how many of us read the Walking Dead books before the show came out?
I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you, the books were much better than the fucking show. I'm sorry.
Fuck yeah, dude, 1,000 times. But I'm just saying, how many of us read those books before the show came out?
I didn't even know about it.
I read it when the show came out. I'll be honest with you.
I got about 100 issues in before the show came out.
Same.
And I got off.
Same.
I was on a hiatus from comics when
I mean, let's think about the Governor. They watered the shit out of that guy. Like, so fucking watered. And even like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like, how far can you push it before it gets an R rating and then you lose half the audience?
Here's the thing. And this is where I disagree with you. Again, it all goes back to my point was the Governor in the books was a piece of fucking shit scumbag.
Oh, horrible.
In the show, he's very charismatic and charming, but sadistic and psychotic at the same time.
Right.
So he's kind of like a Patrick Bateman type. And that worked for the show. Now, here's the thing. The whole R-rated thing is complete BS because you got Deadpool and Wolverine. You got Blade. Rated R comic book movies work. It's just you have to adapt it correctly.
With a certain shield comes a certain numbers for children in seats and a certain number for grandma and grandpa to go to it. So, like, I understand watering things down with a certain shield, and that shield means hope. So we can't hope that they're going to make a super violent version of like Supergirl or Superman. I mean,
but it would never. But here's the thing: they tried that with the Snyderverse, and the Snyderverse didn't really work. The thing is, they could adapt that book. They could adapt Woman of Tomorrow, but straddle that line between PG-13 and R. It doesn't have to be R. It can be close to it, but the problem is the adaptation is so shitty that that people just wrote it off.
Well, I understand your point, but I'm also seeing it from a point of like, this was Warner Brothers' way of getting little girls' butts in seats to watch a super strong female superhero. And they didn't want to make it. And when I say little girls, I'm saying like that 10 to like 14, 10 to like, 18 range. And there's not a lot of girls that are represented as strong as Supergirl is in the comic book world besides Wonder Woman. And like a lot of the like you make a Black Cat movie, like, she was a criminal, she was this, she was that. You make a Catwoman movie, again, a criminal, this and that. Like, you can go down that harder PG-13 rating, but I feel like with somebody like Superman or Supergirl, they don't want to push that. They want it to be a lot more friendly for the families. That's just like how I feel.
No, I think you're absolutely right, because like literally, like I said in my early part of my review, there were a lot of moms and dads there with little girls, and I do think it pushed very close to the line on how graphic it got with some stuff. I mean,
well, again, think about it this way: they're portraying Krem as a rapist.
I mean, and he's right. I mean, that's true in the books, or as well. So I mean, it's just, I totally agree with you, Goldie. I know what they're trying to do. And I don't think they went into it, thinking it might fail and it might not be the best thing, but in time people will love it. I do think they thought it was going to be a big hit, and it's sad that so many people are bashing it without even giving it a chance. For someone like me, I grew up with the original Supergirl movie, which was almost unwatchable to me.
Oh yeah, Helen Slater.
God, yeah.
And I love those old Superman movies, but like that old Supergirl movie kept me from reading Supergirl books for a long time. It was actually Justice League Unlimited that got me to like her again.
And that's what a lot of people were saying. They're like, because Supergirl back in the 80s, and like they killed her off because literally none of her books were selling. It wasn't until like the Justice League cartoon that really most people got back into her because of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just it's true. I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me at my age, someone who used to literally daydream in junior high and write down castings for different movies and who
Oh my lord, same.
Oh yeah.
who I'd have play Wolverine if they made an X-Men movie, who would play the Punisher, who would play, because I wasn't a big fan. I love the Dolph Lundgren movie, but I really
And I still watch that shit to this day. It's on fucking YouTube.
But like who I thought would make a better Punisher, who I thought would make a good Captain America, just stuff like that. And I daydreamed of this life, having them be this big of a deal, and with these kind of, just like the visuals of Supergirl alone were just so amazing. And,
Oh yeah.
It just, I don't know, to live in this era and to just hear so many people shit on it just for the fact, just for the simple base of shitting on it because, I'll get more likes if I shit on it. I'll get more attention if I'm a piece of shit rather than I say, hey, this is really fun.
That's what a lot of these review grifters do.
I mean, it breaks my heart because, like, literally, we are like, for me at least, I am living my best life watching like X-Men 97 and
Wednesday.
And
yes, sir.
The Punisher one shot was fantastic. I mean, just
I love that shit.
Listen, there's gonna be things that come that aren't fantastic, but I'm still getting a chance to see them, and it just keeps rolling and rolling. And for someone like me, this is it.
Well, here's the thing. You went through that dark time of like them figuring it out, like getting movies like Elektra, Spawn, Catwoman,
Opening night with my friends.
Captain America with rubber ears. I mean,
yeah. So like getting some of the stuff that we're seeing now, like when people are critical of it, it's just like, you don't know what we went through, man. Like,
exactly right.
It was some rough stuff there, And
I literally feel like that old guy shaking his fist at clouds. Like,
if
you only knew what we had to watch, you would have been better. And then they'll sit there and be like, oh, no, but the old Daredevil with Ben Affleck was so much better. I'm like, what the fuck movie were you watching? Yeah, it was great for its time. But, like...
No, only the director's cut. The
director's cut solid, man. Yeah, the director's cut was actually pretty okay.
But when people try to say it's better than the Daredevil stuff out now, I'm like, first off...
That's ridiculous.
The amount of people who bitch about Daredevil and what they bitch about, it's like, okay, you've obviously never picked up a Daredevil book and read it.
Yeah, obviously.
Because it's not just all punching and running around, seeing sonar through Daredevil. It's a Law and Order book. And a lot of people, like even
a lot of downtime.
A lot of people are bitching about Stephanie Phillips' run right now. And it's like, this is exactly what Daredevil is. And if you're missing that, I'm sorry for you.
Dude, the Shadowland run for Daredevil was probably my all-time favorite Daredevil story.
Great run. I mean, again, there's a lot of great runs for Daredevil, and listen, people, again, it just goes to prove my point.
Again, the thing is, people are gonna bitch. In all honesty, I told Brian this. I gave the film a 7, and the only reason why I gave it a 7 was that the ending ruined the movie for me. But that's just me because I'm a hypercritical, like to break movies down motherfucker type. So that's just me.
But that being said, though, a 7 out of 10 is still a good rating in my opinion.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's a C. That's a solid C. Like when I was in high school, if I got a C on a test that was hard, that's not bad.
Yeah, I like it. And listen, I'm not the easiest to please, and for me, the film was a 7. I would literally buy it on Blu-ray. Would I go see it again a second time in the theater? Most likely not. I loved Superman so much I saw it 3 times.
Same here. I haven't gone to the theater for 3 times for the same movie in a long time. It was this good.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like phenomenal.
So I mean, it was already up against an impossible bar with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like was it perfect? No. But
it's a new version.
But okay, so we got Iron Man, right? And then we got Cap next?
Yeah. Yeah, we got Iron Man. No. Iron
Man. You're right. But I'm just saying, even though I love the Ed Norton Hulk, I fucking love that movie. I think that's the best MCU Hulk we ever had because he's just been nerfed to the fucking no extent. But anyway, I would agree. Iron Man comes out strong. Awesome fucking movie. Great story. Like great change to it. Turning it into like the Middle East. Everything. Fucking beautiful. Done well. To be making the villain the Ironmonger instead of like doing the Mandarin. Awesome. Like fucking good shit. But then we got like Hulk and Cap, and those, in my opinion, they're good, but they weren't Iron Man good. So, like, I'm just saying, if people are saying
Worms in that same batch,
Right,
that's
right.
also really
yeah, it was good. It was like a
Well,
Disney
Captain-
movie.
Let us not
I lost
forget
my
what
powers. Now I got my hammer back. Now I can't fight the destroyer. Sorry, I was trying to throw into a Disney movie.
let's not forget who really brought us into the Marvel legend or the Marvel universe, and that was Blade.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Blade really was like the one that was like, holy shit.
Blade began the Renaissance.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah, dude.
It's like us right at the theater being like, you guys know
Oh,
this
yeah.
is actually a Marvel comic book.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Blade
Yeah,
was
like,
the
you guys know this guy's cool, right? You know he works with like other people.
Well,
Like,
here's the thing.
Spider-Man a bunch.
Yeah.
Films like Blade and Darkman proved that R-rated comic book movies can work if you
Oh,
do it.
Darkman was the shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
Raimi. Awesome shit.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. Like, okay, so according to my wife, I have a degree in film because for many years I was the manager of a Suncoast motion picture company. You guys remember those?
Yep, I love
Yeah.
some.
I bought
So
my
according to
anime
my
from
wife, I
there.
have a degree in film. But like that's back in the day when I was watching like the most obscure shit a man could watch. I'm like, Meet the Feebles. What's this? I'm gonna watch this. Cannibal Holocaust. That sounds amazing. I'm just
Cannibal
watching it.
Holocaust.
Yeah, thank you, sir. But I
My
mean,
man.
the most obscure shit you could possibly fucking watch, And I could watch a movie like Meet the Feebles. Now, if you guys never seen Meet the Feebles, it is an X-rated
It's
version of the
fucking-
Muppets.
It's hilarious though.
And it was directed by Peter Jackson. And
Bad taste, Dead Alive.
Bad Taste, Brain Dead, yep.
Yep.
Brain Dead or
Oh,
Dead
yeah.
Alive, yep.
Yep.
I
But
still want that little
The
rack.
lawnmower scene at the end of fucking Dead Alive, dude.
Hell yeah.
But they totally stole that lawnmower scene from freaking Night of the Creeps, though. Fred Drecker,
Yeah,
Night of the
but
Creeps,
still, they did it
lawnmower to the
better.
head.
Another great movie. Every time I literally after I saw that movie for the next year, every time I picked up the home phone, it was thrill me.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, now Fred Drecker, like he also brought us Monster Squad, which was one of my favorites as a kid growing up.
And
Like,
the
that's
director of
classic.
RoboCop 3.
Oh yeah, dude. No, that was Frank Miller wrote RoboCop.
No,
3.
Frank Miller wrote the script.
Yes.
Miller wrote
Drecker directed, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Decker directed 3. It
Yeah,
was
RoboCop
Irving Kershner that directed 2, who's the director of Empire.
Empire Strikes Back.
Frank Miller wrote 2 and 3, but
Yeah.
Miller said 3 was pretty much a fucking shell of the version he wrote. Because
I
he's
believe
like,
it. I believe it. But part 3 was actually like pretty fucking ahead of its time if you break it all down with like corporations buying like cheap land
Yeah.
to put up their bullshit. I mean,
if it wasn't for the fact it was PG-13 and like literally watered down to get kids'
Well, I
butts
mean,
and teeth,
at the time they were pushing toys and RoboCop cartoons and Marvel comics, and he was saving Sting in WCW. I mean, come on.
I mean, yeah, I remember that. That's
Yeah, he did save Sting. Yeah,
That shit was
You had a cool video job. I was a manager at a Blockbuster, and we didn't get good movie. We just got a bunch of watered down bullshit. It was not the same. And the amount of
No,
time
it wasn't until the early 2000s you guys started to get Criterion shit.
Yep.
I was far past gone by that point. I mean, it was a straight out of high school job, and it just paid well at the time. So, believe it or not, but yeah. But no, we didn't get all the cool stuff Suncoast was getting, and trust me, Suncoast got much cooler shit, and that's why it was
And they
constantly
were
that, and they actually had the toys that you couldn't find at Toys R Us.
Oh yeah,
And
they
they
did
were
all the
also-
cool stuff, man. I used
and
to
they were
buy the
also the
old
first toys to
sideshow
get
12-inch.
I was lucky. I worked at the KB Toys that was right across from us in the mall. The Suncoast was right across from there, and we knew the main guy that worked there. So he always put he's like, oh, I know you like Resident Evil, Joe, so I put these aside for you. It's like, oh, the freaking Palisades figures, awesome. Yeah, that was a great time in my life.
and they
yeah,
sold
yeah.
Soda figures too. The Soda Street Fighter
Oh
stuff.
yeah, the
they would
old
sell
Soda
it.
Street Fighters. Yeah, Ken and Ryu. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Those are
And,
nice.
and Suncoast was one of the first stores to actually and them and Tower Records were the first stores to put out like Japanese anime.
Absolutely,
DVDs.
100%. We used to I used to get so many pre-orders for the Dragon Ball Z VHS tapes. I was there when we
Gundam Wing.
I was there when we transitioned to DVD, and I remember being like,
Yeah.
and this was me being like, an idiot, of course. I'm like, nobody's ever gonna rebuy their entire collection of awesome videos.
Oh,
then, of
dude,
course,
you
it
were
took-
so wrong.
I was so wrong, but it
So
took
wrong.
decades for certain movies to even make it to DVD. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Decades.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
cool.
the first time I didn't know an uncut version of RoboCop existed till I
Yep.
saw the Criterion Collection DVD from fucking Blockbuster.
Yep. Yeah, and that
It was
uncut
great.
edition is so much more uncomfortable. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
so good. But see, here's the
dude.
thing. Here we are talking about like movies like that, but then like a multi-billion or a multi-million-dollar film like Supergirl, like we're you know, it's kind of hard for me to like sit here and like in my brain break down like, why do I nitpick that? I can watch a bunch of puppets that like are killing each other with machine guns and laugh my ass off, but why do I gotta like break every other thing down that's new and hot? You
Dude,
know,
I
so
break everything. I break everything down because one of our past episodes, I talked about the disparity between big budget blockbusters like He-Man, Supergirl.
see, I haven't seen He-Man and I really wanted to, but then like all these reviews came out, and then like that kind of is what swayed me from seeing it. And I
Well, no, the
just
reviews
go,
were good. The reviews were good. The problem,
It's not perfect, but it's a lot of fun.
it's a lot of fun. But here's the thing. But then you got films like Backrooms, Hokum, Obsession, crazy independent horror films making buku bucks.
buku.
Like, yeah, that's what they used to say down in Louisiana. But what I'm trying to say is like these independent films, you know, literally shoestring budgets, making all their money back and even then some.
Oh yeah.
And then you have films like Michael, which didn't even cross $1 billion. So it's like,
is it a bad film though? Like I didn't watch it, but
what, Michael?
Yeah.
No, Michael's an excellent film.
But
Okay.
But listen, it is at 750 million, and keep in mind things are much different than they were pre-COVID.
Absolutely,
There's not
100%.
as many movies getting over $1 billion. Well, I mean, back then they weren't, but they're not getting to that point that they used to as easily anymore because a lot of people are waiting to watch stuff at home.
Dude, Toy Story 5 is literally on its way to making $1 billion.
5, but again, you're talking Toy Story 5.
Yeah.
The whole
But it's a juggernaut. The franchise has always been a juggernaut. I get that.
Franchise, you can get the whole family to go watch. It's just like Spider-Man. Spider-Man is selling out at theaters, and it hasn't even.
Yeah, it's not even out.
Yeah, No Way Home made like $1 billion. Like that.
Yeah.
But again, these are like franchise things that either you don't just have comic fans going to, or in our case, toy fans going to see Toy Story. You have entire families going, and you have people like us going. I mean, it's a rare beast. Just like this, Obsession movie, it's a rare beast. Guarantee you, when they throw money at that director to go make a big budget movie, it probably won't do as well. It just probably won't, because he's going to take
the problem with that is
because they threw the money at him.
no, it's because you have 9,000 producers putting in their ideas, and they're all guys that gave money.
Yeah.
And they're like, "There's my idea, put that in. Here's my idea, put that in.
Exactly.
Change this. I don't like this." And then that leaves a lot of these directors handcuffed because they're so fresh and so new and don't know that they can like. A lot of them don't know they could say no. You know what I mean?
The only rare exception that I've seen, for example, like the Smile franchise, right? One did phenomenally, and it did good review wise. Smile 2 actually topped it, like financially and critic and review wise. So
Their advertising campaign was also
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
out of hand.
you got
That
a film
baseball
like
league
Long,
was-
and you got a film like Long Legs, which was hyped up like crazy, right? And it made a lot of money. And then you had his follow-up, The Monkey, which is based off of a Stephen King short story, also did phenomenally well. Now, but that's the thing. It's like what I'm trying to say is like independent films with no studio interference, and that's the pattern I'm trying to bring to you guys.
Yeah.
Like, independent films with budgets like that and zero studio interference. Like A24 and Neon are two studios where they're like this generation's New Line Cinema. They're rebels.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not go.
Go where?
Let's not go too dark down the New Line Cinema realm there.
Well, it died the moment Warner Brothers bought it. So, it's like once the Lord of the Rings came out, shit got legitimized.
I mean,
where's our NECA Ultimate Edition long legs?
Oh, dude, I would love
Licensing
one.
hell.
Yeah, probably. But where's that?
I would love one.
Yeah, that would be awesome, right?
Dude,
You're
I would
welcome,
love that
NECA.
Nick Cage figure.
Have that one
Dude,
for
I
free.
want him and the cop and the FBI agent.
Nice.
I forgot. Dude, and I would love Obsession figures. Like, I would want a Nikki.
I've
That
been
is
waiting my entire life for Fright Night figures.
oh, my God.
You know what? I'm not the biggest fan of Fright Night, believe it or not.
Oh
I
my
don't know
God,
why.
that movie is a brilliant vampire film. Jerry Dandridge is the coolest motherfucking vampire ever. Like that
Chris
motherfucker
Sarandon's
gets
character, right?
swag.
You
What's up?
literally brought up the movie I've been wanting figures of since the first moment I saw it, and that was Night of the Creeps. I've wanted figures from that movie.
NECA did, what's his name?
They did?
Yeah, NECA
Tom
did an
Atkins.
8-inch cloth Tom
Oh,
Atkins.
Yeah,
No,
they
I
did one.
I
Yeah,
don't-
but the thing was, it was only like some sort of convention exclusive.
Yes, now that I think about it, yes. But I always wanted like a figure that could, like, if you squeezed his belly, it would shoot out like one of the little things or
Oh,
something.
dude, yeah.
Old school style, like just
Oh, like the prom dates.
Yeah, yeah.
You can take off the normal boyfriend head and then put on the zombified one. Like, I just feel like there's so much. And again, like when we were growing up, they had all that shit for everything. And
Yeah.
now it's like,
And
get movie.
if I
figures.
remember correctly, didn't Fred Decker also do Night of the Creeps?
Yeah, he did Night of the Creeps, did Monster Squad. He did a lot of early work with Shane Black. Before Black got used
Shane
with
Black
Lethal
did
Weapon.
a lot of work with people. Like he
Yeah.
wrote Lethal Weapon, he wrote Predator.
Yep.
And it's a shame Iron Man 3 flopped as much as it did.
Oh, I agree. I was so excited when they announced him as the director because I'm like, dude, Lethal Weapon. I mean, he did Predator with John McTiernan. I was like excited, and then like I'm still got a soft spot for it. I like Iron Man 3. I thought it was a fun flick.
I liked Iron Man 3. It was very Lethal Weapon in its themes.
Absolutely, kind of like the buddy cop. I'm getting too old for this.
For
And
this
I love the focus on the PTSD that like Tony was feeling, being the only human besides like maybe Natasha and Clint who were conditioned for war, for battle. Tony went into that with nothing. He knew nothing about this besides what he sold to people, and the PTSD stuff was beautiful. Like that was just really great.
And then later on in Civil War, when he found out Bucky killed his parents,
Oh yeah,
it connected to that.
Yeah,
And
that
it was
shit was
like,
great.
fuck.
Yeah, that shit was great, man. Yeah, Iron Man 3 solid. But anyway, I mean, there's a lot of horror franchises that missed the mark on figures, like NECA doing the 8-inch cloth Return of the Living Dead figures. Like, who wouldn't want a nice Tarman that's not the 12-inch Trick or Treat Studio version or the Tony Terror version? Like, give me a Tarman. No. Give me a trash with a tombstone she could dance on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's like so much they could do. Yeah, dude, the retro. Yeah, dude.
You know what? You know what they should do? They should do it. They should do it. You know what they should do? They should do a trash ultimate version with a cloth dress that you could remove. And then do the zombie color version.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie to anybody. This was my first pausing video of all time. Like this was a big time pause movie for me as a kid.
I feel you. And
4th of July is coming, fellas. So that means we gotta at least watch it once.
Oh, dude, I'm excited. Like, even though like I'm really hoping it's good, but the sequel that they announced about a year ago that's supposed to take place like the day after or something, or it's retro set 80s. But yeah, I mean they did a trailer.
That sounds really interesting though, because
Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, they announced it about a year ago.
They're doing a requel.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's a direct sequel to the first one, set like a day or maybe a year after the events of the first one.
But how's that going to work though? Because
they nuked everybody, but
everybody died, right?
Pardon? Well, I mean, at the end, I guess it's set in the town over, and might be the effects of the acid rain that came from the nuking.
The nuking, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So
okay, that makes sense.
But either which way, like, I would still be extremely excited to see the sequel. Like, but now, from what I understand, due to Linnea Quigley having some kind of like fan Return of the Living Dead film she was working on, there's some kind of license hell or some shit. As always, like the Paramount Friday the 13th shit for decades.
Ugh. Yeah, I was so happy they finally resolved that, dude. We're finally getting Jason Part 9.
Oh, I know.
Jason Part 8, and we're getting fucking Savini Jason.
Stoked. I know. All they had to do is throw game on there. Look at that.
Well, that's how they got around it.
That's what I'm saying. That's all they had to do. Game. Oh, cool. It's not, yeah. So it's smart, but it's nice that the collectors are getting to, kind of finish their Jasons. Now, as bad as the movie was, please give me a Jason X. I mean, I
Dude,
want.
I want regular and Uber Jason.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And they can make the you know, I don't know. It'd be great. Come with the accessory of the girl who puts her face in the liquid nitrogen.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! They should do an accessory pack with all that shit.
Oh my god! Well, that's like Jada with their accessory pack of heads for their Street Fighter figures. How awesome is that?
Dude, I want that, and I want the Invincible, man.
Oh
with
yeah, I want the
Conquest
Invincible
head.
so bad. Like I've been
Dude.
looking at that mess toy Invincible, like up and down, thinking, do I pre-order it? It's the comic version. I don't know. But Jada's just killing it with the Street Fighter and the Scooby Doo and the Mega Man. Like, I gotta get my hands on the Invincible. I have to.
My biggest issue with them is I don't find any of it. Like, literally, like I wasn't lying. There are Kadri can speak for this. I find the same 3 Street Fighter figures. Never see the Mega Man figures. Never see the Scooby Doo figures.
I just ordered them online.
Same.
But I'm kind of like that old school hunting. Like that's why I picked up Blanca when I did, because it's like, oh, there he is. I'm gonna grab him. You know, I could have ordered him months ago. And everyone's like, oh, you just got that now? Yeah, I just got it now because I still kind of like the hunt of it all. It's just kind of fun to go to a store and see it and be like, oh shit.
I was like, my wife sent me to Kohl's to do an Amazon return, and lo and behold, sitting right there on the shelf at Kohl's is Trapjaw. I'm like, Joe, do I buy Trapjaw for a review? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, okay. But
that's another one that because of your review, I'm going to play clearance chicken on that one.
Again, beautiful. Like the design of the figure, beautiful. Like just that omission of any kind of thigh swivel just really sucks.
Well, no, you got to understand the way they did the thigh swivel and the He-Man figures is very interesting because you, as an import collector, should already know.
Oh, I know. It's a lot like Moff X.
It's a lot. It's import level like articulation, and it's really good. The problem comes in is over time they will get very loose and floppy.
Oh yeah,
the way they have the joint set up.
Yep.
The way they engineered it.
It's engineered like the old school SH Figure Arts, like the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because over time, the more you play with it, the more you pose it, and it'll grind against it, and then eventually the plastic will get very loose.
Well, I would like to think I can pose figures pretty okay. I was unable to get him at all in any kind of crouching pose whatsoever without it making him look like he was literally taking a dump in the woods. You know, like the legs just could not form it. With that swivel, you just get that extra.
It was also hindered with that loincloth.
And plus, it has drop
loincloth for sure. Yeah, it's the same.
And you got to do the drop downs too. I think it also helps with it.
It didn't even feel like he had drop downs. It felt solid.
Really?
On Trapjaw, yeah. It felt solid to me. I don't think he had them.
No, he had to. Hold on. Let me pull out my.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
This is just what he does. No, but I found the similar things with the Masterverse one. He looks beautiful, but it's hard. It's hard to get him in a good pose. His arm accessories are much better.
No, he has it.
Okay.
He has them.
No, that is definitely something we missed then, because I tried pulling them down myself and it didn't seem to.
You guys did mention he didn't have any drop down hips, so
yeah.
He has them. It's just again, I think the skirt piece is what's really hindering it.
Okay. But again, you know, when you put a picture on a box, it says deluxe articulation, and you can't really even get the pose that's on the box to look like the pose on the box.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, dude. Listen, I am right there with you. Like, that's the thing with these. It's like that's the thing with these. It's like. They have a lot of potential, but it's just absolutely. That potential is wasted on the way they engineered these. They just didn't. They half-ass executed it.
Oh, maybe it was a rush job because the movie was coming. They had to get them on the shelves. I mean, there's a lot of things in play with these companies. You know what I mean? You know, like even look at like Bandai Namco. Like a huge example for me is the original release of Godzilla 2000. He just looked like the poster. Because they didn't have a final finished suit. So the first release looks nothing like the material that's on the film at all. Like not even at all. And that shit happens, you know?
No, it had like a lot of the stuff they get, you know, they kind of base a lot of it on concept art.
Yes.
So A lot of these things they do. So it's like they don't really. But then again, it's like you really should for Godzilla stuff, especially the older stuff, the Millennium stuff and older. Like you really can't use concept art for that stuff or poster art. Like you really can't, because again, it's going to end up in disaster. And
Yes.
and it's just, and Bandai also, Tamashii Nations also has a tendency to over engineer everything.
Yeah, oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Destroyer's wings. Oh
And
my
mind
God.
you, I'm a lover of Tamashii stuff. I collect all their Dragon Ball, all their Godzilla, all their metal builds, everything. I collect Tamashii everything. And for me, they like, for instance, everybody's bitching about the Gamerverse stuff, how they're like, oh, Tamashi's over engineering it. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but they look exactly like the fucking games.
I think they look a little bit more like the art style on the side of the game as opposed to like the actual like. I want some actual in-screen versions of the figures, if that makes sense.
No, listen, the Spider-Man looks exactly like the sprite art. Wolverine, debatable.
Yeah, absolutely debatable on that one.
Wolverine is debatable.
And same with the Cyclops. The Cyclops, again, looks more like the actual art as opposed to like the Cyclops on screen.
Cyclops, you could go either way, depending on really how
that
you look
Psylocke
at it.
looks fire.
Yeah, I got that one in pre-order already.
That Psylocke looks fire.
thicky legs. Oh my
Oh,
god,
she looks fire.
dude! She puts the Marvel Legends with the fucking shame.
You know what? I gotta agree with you there, and I really do like the Target
I love the
2-pack version. I really do
I love
a lot.
it too. Don't get me
You
wrong.
know?
She uses that Phoenix body, and I'm like, dude, like the super articulated body, and I'm like, dude, it's probably one of the best Psylocks. And the crazy part is, if you look at that Gamerverse Psylocke, they have the thigh and the elbow swivel hidden in the fucking straps.
Yes. Yeah.
So
which
it
is
was very
great
smart.
engineering. You know, great engineering, hiding the articulation.
Took a page out of Jada's playbook there.
But where I worry though is gonna be the torso and waist articulation. I'm hoping that it's gonna be better. I'm hoping they go with the double ball peg, but I don't know. Like going back to Wolverine for a second, D Amazing did a very good comparison of the Wolverines, and he was like, Marvel Legends has the best ab crunch out of all of them, but you can't lift the neck up. The figure art one, it bends, like he goes down, but not as much as the Legends. And Mofex can't even do whatever neither of the other two do. So it's like when he put them in a crouching pose, and you could see it. It's like, oh, okay, that really makes sense. So again, like shout out to the Amazing friend of the show for that. Like looking at it, it was just like, okay, like I could live with that type of articulation on the figure arts, because again, at the end of the day, it's Wolverine. I'm gonna fucking buy it because I buy every Wolverine. I can live with that. Some folks, they're gonna be like, yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with the Legends.
Well, the only thing that really burnt me about the Legends was the omission of a boot cut, because I mean,
and guess the fuck what? Wolverine Gamerverse figure arts has the fucking boot cut.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm well aware. It's got the little bottom like Revel Tech joint, so you can move the foot in that position, so it looks much better in a crouching position. But other than that, I still think like
he has actual.
Yeah. It's just got a peg in there. If you take it apart and cut the peg, you can pop that boy back on. Maybe use little magnets or something. It's something we're gonna do eventually down the road in the future.
Oh yeah.
Well, you don't even have to do it. It actually has.
The boot cut, like, because I've tried.
Watch the Amazing's review on it. You'll see.
Okay. For the Marvel Legend one.
No, not the Marvel Legend.
That's what I'm talking
about. The figure arts.
No, the figure arts does. Yeah, I know that. But I'm saying, like, that's the thing that burnt me about the Marvel Legends one. Was just completely omitting a boot cut. But there is that boot cut piece down here is actually a separate piece. If you heat it, it removes, and there's a peg in there. And all you gotta do is snap the little pegs. Couple magnets from Hobby Lobby, bada boom, bada bing. You got a boot cut. You know what I mean? But you're paying $30, almost $30 nowadays for a Marvel Legend, right, guys?
Yeah. Well, this one you were paying about 60. So yeah, 30, yeah.
$59.99. You know, so that's $30 for a figure. And at $30 for a figure, should it not move like awesome? Like, should it not? Or am I just crazy?
No, you're not crazy. And look, here's the super articulated new body, astonishing Wolverine, and it's like, oh, it's super articulated. I'm like, no, the fuck, it's not. Where's the
No, it's
fucking
not.
cap? Where's the boot swivel?
Yeah. And
It's like
then, like we said, they give a guy like Falcon 2 boot swivels.
Yeah. It's like
I didn't even realize that on mine. I didn't even think to look for it. I was just so taken back by the wings. Like,
he doesn't even need it though. Like a guy like that
No.
crouches like Wolverine, Daredevil needs a boot swivel. You know what I mean? And he has it, and that's great. But I'm just saying, like, does Falcon need a boot swivel? Does he?
No.
Fine.
Watching your review, I was too. I was laughing too hard at you guys talking about what's the bird's name? Speedy or no?
Red Wing.
Red Wing.
Penis.
Yeah,
that you guys said he came with. I was like, oh, I didn't think of that. Okay.
Yeah, he's got his big red wing. Anyway, so
and then again, but that's the thing. It's like don't call it super articulated if you're not gonna add the right kinds of articulation.
Exactly. And I'm really looking forward to Maximum Thor because that's a design of Thor that I've wanted redone for a very long time. But then again, yes, T Amazing. I watched his early review on it. No boot cut. None.
And you call it the Maximum line.
Yeah, so it's more like maximum
ripoff.
Shit.
Yeah, maximum ripoff. Like, dude, Deadpool
really been happy with the Maximum line. I mean, it seems like everyone that comes out, it's just a bitch fest.
Because they rip
I
you
like
off.
the Spider-Man.
Spider-Man was probably the only one that was decent.
I liked the Deadpool besides the swords. Why does he have children's toy swords?
But Deadpool was literally a fucking tweaked version of the fucking Juggernaut Deadpool.
Oh yeah, totally tweaked. Yeah. The more modern look as opposed. Because my favorite's the San Diego Comic-Con one. That one's that's your classic Rob Liefeld jumped off. Pardon?
You got Dupe.
Oh, I know. Dupe was the best part of the set, man.
That's the thing. They might as well have called it Maximum Dupe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because again, it's like every time I'm like, come the fuck on, man. Like, yo, it's like I thought they were onto something when they did Spider-Man, and I'm like, you know what? It's the perfect scale. It has a lot of it has more articulation points than the Spider-Man fucking the Mophex classic Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it fucking bends down further than him too.
Sure does.
And he has boot swivel, which the fucking Spider-Man don't. The Mophex doesn't.
Yeah.
So, and again, it has better drop down hips, but again, Mophex still outshines it slightly in the rest of the articulation points.
Well, the double jointed neck is always really nice. Wait, no, the Maximum Spider-Man has that. All I can really think of to make it better is they could have just done like what they do with the Joes, where they have the diaphragm and then the cut and then another diaphragm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the double ball pegs. Double ball pegs
but also still have a ab crunch in this section here with the double ball joint. I mean, it is possible to do. It is possible.
They've done it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they don't, and that's the problem. You know, like I feel like the Joe line, even though I don't collect them, and I've checked out his and I sold all my old ones. Now that line was awesome. Like those figures, like all the weapons fit. Like you got silencers, you got cases for your guns. Okay, you're getting 4 figures per line, right? Cool, awesome. But they're still at that $27 price point, just like the Marvel Legends.
But at least you're paying for your buck with them. I mean,
you're getting so much more
up for it.
With the Marvel Legends, I mean, most of them, it's like you get an extra set of hands,
and that's it.
I mean, and it makes you just go, is it really the Disney tax that's causing such a difference in the two different lines? Because obviously Hasbro owns G.I. Joe and Marvel is a Disney product. I mean, it seems like the same with Star Wars. It's like you're constantly getting less with these Disney things and more with the actual Hasbro IP. So
I mean, who's not stoked for Tomb Raider?
Oh, I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want the Tomb Raider. But here's the thing. Look at this China figure, right? She's like,
Tomb Raider is going to be $40. You know, it's going to be deluxe figure.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna for sure. It's gonna be like $43.
Yeah, 45.
But look at this China figure, right? It's like it's $25. But yet, and look, this is from Mattel, and it has the double ball peg. So it does everything, and it's like, and it like just makes me wonder, like Hasbro, you couldn't do this, and even the Storm Arena stuff, $30. Jada,
Oh yeah,
$30. They
yeah.
have the double ball pegs.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
I mean-
Maximum Hulk, like honestly, was a huge letdown for me. Like huge.
Huge, and they ripped off the Storm technology and couldn't even get that right.
No, and here's another thing. Here's another thing about it. Like, you know, we have the Professor Hulk, which is a larger scale Marvel Legend, correct?
Right.
That has double jointed elbows, and they work pretty darn good. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why have we not got a comic grade Hulk with double jointed elbows that work decent?
Blows my mind.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They just
And it's
always
the
go,
maximum
"Oh,
line.
they
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
do it."
maximum. Yeah, the only thing
Maximum rip-off.
maximum drainage of my wallet, you know?
Maximum turbo ass. That's what the fuck they should call it.
Yeah, and that's like I said, that's like why like I feel like in a room of like-minded gentlemen like ourselves who have been there since day one, since buying Marvel Legends is an $8 price point. You guys remember that? They came with a comic
Yep.
book and a
Mhm.
badass base.
Yeah.
Like
My
such a
first-
fucking cool base.
And I was
They
still
give you so
buying
much.
these, and I was still buying these, going, "I'm not paying $8 for that. Are you out of your mind?"
And I mean, before the Legends, it was the Spider-Man classics and the Fantastic Four classics
Oh,
and the Hulk
classics,
classics, where we had really awesome articulation and really cool figures, you know? And then it seems like as the years progress, we're losing articulation. We're using the same bodies that we used 10 plus years ago.
Yeah.
Like, dude, who wasn't excited for a new Werewolf by Night? The only way we could have got him was in that Toytuber 4-pack. And then they released that miserable pile of shit on a
Oh
jackal
my
body.
god, I fucking hate that figure.
I hate it too, but
Yep.
hanging in my living room is Legion of Monsters, like the
Yeah.
first appearance of that team. And it's hanging in my fucking living room in a comic bag. So do I want to represent that on one of my shelves? Fuck yeah, I do. So Joe, of course, fixed my Ghost Rider. I've had the Man Thing build a figure, and you know I used the old Spider-Man Morbius, and you know for years it was the Toy Biz Werewolf by
Yeah.
Night, and this one has replaced it only by fucking default. Not because it's a better figure, because it just mildly looks better.
It might, yeah. Aesthetically, don't get me wrong. It looks nice, but the thing articulates like shit.
It's
It's like-
garbage. What kind of
It's like they
werewolf fucking
literally
does
was
that?
like, it's like, okay, we'll just take the Bucky Cap mold and add fur.
Yeah, but that's again, that's a body that that Hasbro has used over 10 years ago, and it
Yeah.
just came out last year. So
Yeah.
it's
And
kind of like wash, rinse, repeat at this point, and it's getting kind of old because you know there's so many other amazing companies out there that are a little bit smaller than them that are pumping out such quality figures.
Like
That
Loot
it's making-
Collector.
Yeah, exactly. Or even like the Monster Force shit, or even
we're-
some of the Velver shit is fucking cool. But these are small companies producing stuff that's like awesome. And
Yeah.
and here's Hasbro, this billion-dollar corporation that we've been sucking at the teat for so many years that just keeps giving us shit.
Yeah.
Give us better. We fucking deserve it. We buy it.
No, you're right. Like,
You
dude,
know?
it's like, but like, again, it's like look at Star Wars Black Series. They removed a major amounts of articulation.
Oh yeah, the original Stormtrooper had double jointed elbows. I guess they re-released one with that finally.
Yeah, they did that. Like side cut, like completely gone. But
Yep.
they did say that they were looking into adding it back, and I'm like, after what? After people told you fuck off? Like you guys are like,
Why can't we get a proper proper Star Wars Black figure that can perform the amazing Jedi moves that we see on screen?
yeah,
I remember getting that first wave and getting that was it the Obi-Wan Kenobi in there and
Yeah.
being like, oh my god, he can't hold a lightsaber with two hands. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell is wrong with this?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Even that series, look, and I bring this up all the time. The first wave, everybody came with a ton of stuff, and it was like it's not just articulation. It was, you know, you had a bunch of accessories. Like the Han came with the Stormtrooper belt, you know, the gunner station gloves. The Maul came with a whole other like robe with a different.
Oh yeah, the original Maul was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Like, awesome figure.
And
I
again,
love them all.
And the figures, you look at them now, they look very dated now, but at the time they were like premium figures at $20 with a bunch of accessories. And
Oh, yeah.
the more and more they've come out, it's like you get less and less. And even if they make it, some of the figures are articulated underneath the robes, but you'd have to take off their robes and have them look weird to get them to hold their lightsabers. So I totally get why people have like dumped the line and why people have jumped out.
Well, again, you know, you have Joe and I have discussed this. I wish I jumped on the vintage collection a long time ago, because at least with that, you're getting like a pretty premium amount of articulation on a 1/18 scale figure. And you're also getting awesome play sets, dioramas, vehicles. Like, who doesn't want the cantina?
But the problem is there's no collecting them, though. They've priced you out. I mean, there's no reason why those figures should be $22.
No, absolutely not. No.
Especially when I'm going to Ross and finding them for $4.99.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, do you guys remember the Black Series 4-inch figures?
Yeah,
where they have literally all the articulation of Black Series, but in 1/18 scale. And I'm like, why can't we have those back again?
But here's my point. Like, back in the day, we would get a play set and then we'd fill it with figures. I mean, like, we'd be spending more money buying more stuff to build out the universe. Now we can't afford to. If you buy the cantina, you can't afford to pay for any figures to put in it.
Well, yeah, at that price point.
I mean, even the AT-AT, like during the Legacy era, which was what, mid 2000 teens or something like that, when they came out, the AT-AT and the Falcon, those were like $200. If they came out with that now, it'd be like $600 for the AT-AT and
easily
$700 for the Falcon.
No, easily.
What has changed over 10 years? Because when they re-released the Falcon, you know, just the same one that Kenner put out back in, you know, 78, it was literally went from being $24 to $50. Okay, we're talking 20 some odd years, right? Something like that. Well, wait, no. Yeah, just about.
Yeah, right around that, man.
That made sense. We're talking 10 years later, and it's literally like up like $300-400. I mean, you can't expect kids to get into toys if their parents can't afford to buy them for them.
I agree with you 1,000% on that. I think,
and they try to come out with these cheapo versions, but it's like the kids know the other ones are out there.
Well, the other part of it too is kids these days, they don't really want toys anymore. They want
electronics,
tablets, smartphones.
But again, if you send here, not to sound like Todd McFarlane, but if grandma goes down the toy aisle, okay, grandma goes down the toy aisle and she sees a Star Wars figure for $22, don't tell me that. I can tell you firsthand, my grandmother would have never looked at a figure, even back in the day, that was $10 and go, yeah, I'm going to buy this for.
Oh, trust me, I know. Back in the day at Goldblatt's, I had to beg my grandma for Storm Shadow, and I want to say it was $2.99.
Yeah,
you know?
and he most likely was. I mean, the worst it went up to was like $3.99, and that was if you went to like, you know.
Oh, when Toy Biz X-Men figures were $5.
Yes, they were.
My father looked at me like he wanted to smack the shit out of me. He's like, yo, he's like,
oh, I know. I was like,
what the fuck is wrong with you? It's so much money.
Dad, I need these Trendmaster Godzillas. They're like $15. He's like, what? $15?
Dude, back when Power Rangers was out and Bandai was selling them for ridiculous prices, like the fucking Megazord was like $30.
Yeah,
people were like, what the fuck? But people were buying them. But that's the thing.
$22 for this Origin figure, which when it came out in 2019, an Origins figure was $14.99.
And the funny thing was, they were on sale in Target last week for fucking $13.
And that's when I got him. So I know these are the only two I could find. So I have a hard time believing the movie hasn't.
Oh, and this fucker, he's on sale for 20% off now at Target for fucking $47.
Okay,
and he goes for $60.
My point is, at $22, there's no way my parents would have looked at this and said this was worth $22.
$2, yeah.
Well, that's like, okay, so like for me, Marvel Legends were always like the budget way to build my Marvel universe. Like if I wanted to build a Marvel universe with my effects, I would have to be a billionaire. Well, you know what I mean?
Hence why I am a Marvel.
That's why he don't collect them.
Collector and not a Mafex collector.
But no, so you get it. It was a budget way to build that universe. My complaint now is it's no longer a budget way to build my universe when you're still peddling the same fucking crap you've been peddling for 10 years, man. Like $30 a figure at this point.
And when you got
we've seen
companies
that
like
other
Data,
figures in the line get so much attention too. I mean, look back at like Eternals. I mean, what was that like
Yeah,
2017?
and all pinless.
Yeah.
All pinless, double jointed, nice sculpting. But the comic book figures, then they're just like, meh.
Yeah, look at the X or the Deadpool Colossus. We have a large scale Colossus. He has double jointed elbows, but none of our comic book Colossuses do. I don't
Nope,
even think they have
single-jointed.
boot. I don't know about the new one. I didn't buy the new 2-pack, but does the new 2-pack have boot cut?
I didn't open mine.
Because the Deadpool one did. Like I think the foot swivels underneath the black pants, if I remember correctly.
I feel like they put more effort.
Elbows.
Pardon?
Single jointed elbows.
Yep.
Thigh swivel.
But is there a boot cut?
No boot cut.
Exactly. See?
But you see, I feel like they put more effort into the MCU figures than they do with the comic book. But the thing is,
Absolutely.
too,
Oh,
if
I
you look
agree
at the
with you.
movie Deadpool, he also has no boot cut as
Right.
well, just the thigh
Right.
swivel.
Terrible ankles.
Yeah,
And he
and
has
the
terrible
smallest
ankles,
feet known
yeah.
to man. Like his
Yeah,
feet are
so-
this big.
I kind of feel like they drew it Rob Liefeld accurate.
Perfect. Well said, sir. Yes.
So, but again, it's like, but then you look at stuff like check this out. Then you got stuff like Transformers, right? Like look at this remodeled Thundercracker they did. Literally masterpiece level articulation on this thing. And masterpieces go for like hundreds of dollars.
Oh, I know. My very first, believe it or not, outside of being a child, my very first Optimus Prime was the first release of it was MPO1, I think. Was the
MP01. You know what's funny?
No trailer, just Optimus Prime.
No
You
trailer.
need
Oh,
the
did you
trailer?
get
I have
the
the
did you get the commemorative one?
No,
that they sold in Toys R
It
Us?
came in a black box. Yeah.
Oh,
was
so
a
you got the
Japanese-
Japanese version.
I
So
used
what
to
they-
order extremely heavily off Hobby Link Japan back in the day.
Yeah,
That was
I
my
still
go-to.
order from them.
They're great. Yeah.
They're great. They're awesome, dude. They're literally about to charge me for fucking Punisher and Venom. The
Fuck yeah,
Mafia.
dude. See, I had the MayFX Punisher on pre-order, but then that Mezco dropped, and I said, I'm gonna wait.
You know what? Everybody's like, I had to look at that Mezco before I ordered because here's the thing with Mezco, they're very hit and miss because some of them look like just fucking those old
Legos.
Lego
Legos.
dolls.
Yeah.
They look like they're in a fucking onesie and not in like a skin tight suit. So it's like, for me, it's like I gotta really look at them in person. Like I got the Nightwing and I got the Red Hood because I'm like, okay, these look really good.
Yeah, the Nightwing's sweet.
But then you got companies like Gong Studios that are putting out shit like this,
Oh yeah, Gong Sweet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
which put Mezco to fucking shame. In some cases, and the articulation is great on these.
Yeah.
But again,
The only thing I wish that Batman would have had was butterflies.
yes. So Mezco does have butterflies on their newer stuff,
Yes,
but I
they
remember their older stuff didn't have it.
Right.
Right.
Like for me though, like right now until that 6-inch plus third party Hulk comes out, like I got to go with the Mezco Hulk for now because like there's nothing out there for me personally that makes me want to jump on it. You know.
And the sad part is that Mezco Hulk is gonna articulate so much fucking better than that piece of shit Maximum Hulk. Now,
Exactly,
don't get me-
and it's $140 with like accessories coming out of his asshole. You know what I mean? It's insanely awesome.
Yeah, and I guarantee you he'll be able to do the fucking thunder.
Oh yeah,
clap.
they already showed it in the promo pictures.
So or the gamma clap or whatever. But that's the thing. But you know what else shits on them too? Shits on Marvel Legends when it comes to one other character, fucking Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I didn't really care much for the Mezco Doom, even at that like original price of like 110 or whatever he came out. Like it's cool that they did the die-cast armor, but it just everything looked too big and it did, I don't know. I'm actually happy with my original Marvel Legend Doom. I think it's a great fucking representation of Doom. I love it. I can't really replace him. Even with the plastic cape, I still think it's one of the best goddamn looking Dooms made, you know?
Like I really like the God Doom Marvel Legends. I actually got a cloth wired cape for him.
Oh hell yeah.
Nice.
And it looks so much better, man.
See, no, I did that for Taskmaster from the Cabal 3-pack because I'm like, oh, cool, I'm getting a really nice articulated Taskmaster, one of my all-time favorite like villain / hero / vigil, whatever you want to fucking boat you want to put him in. I've always loved him, and I hated what the fucking MCU did to him / her, whatever. But anyway, Taskmaster has always been a fucking badass, dude.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When Thunderbolts came out and she literally dies within the first 5 minutes, I bet you were fucking cheering, weren't you?
I stood up and threw my arms up and said, yes! 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 Because I feel like even the director was like, all right, man, this character's got to go because we fucked it.
Here, guys.
Like, don't get me wrong. I like the Black Widow movie, the solo Black Widow movie. I really like it.
Fun.
Yelena basically carried that film for me.
Oh, she carries everything, dude. I'll watch her.
She steals every scene, man.
I would watch a movie of her frying eggs for a fucking hour. I wouldn't care.
You ever watch her in Oppenheimer?
You know what? I have not watched Oppenheimer, but I watched the sequel, Godzilla -1.
Godzilla -1.
Thank you. I'll be here all night. Be sure to tip your cooks, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway,
you know what? You almost fooled me. I got the reference.
Yes, thank you. Kate
Bishop.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. How did you know I was a chef?
Say what? Me?
Oh, I thought you said thank you, chef, and I said, how'd you know I was a chef?
Oh, no. You did say tip your chef.
Tip your cooks.
So
yeah, instead of the servers, it's just something I say.
Doing my Yelena going, Kate Bishop.
It's Bishop.
When I think of her, it always goes through my head.
Such a poser.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
The vest is nice. Anyway, sorry.
You ever watch her in Midsummer?
Look at this. It's the coolest thing I've ever owned.
I don't know. Like I always feel like, I grew up, city of Chicago, graduated Benito Juarez High School, class of 94. I've been a punk rock kid my whole life. I'm a punk rock old man. And it's always just been about integrity. And, when I'm spending my money out of my wallet, like, I want it to be fucking worth it. And lately, like I said, I feel like Hasbro is putting a lot of their eggs in other baskets when Marvel has always been such a fucking wonderful thing for everyone. Like, any kid, like, little Timmy knows Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Everybody knows fucking Spider-Man. I mean, he's on bed sheets. He's on pillows. I mean, I just feel like I said, these billion-dollar corporations
they just don't get it.
The consumer better. They owe us better, man. And I know that sounds stupid, but it's the truth. Because if we all just stop fucking buying, there won't be Marvel Legends anymore. The license will go to somebody else,
Well, again, at the end of the day, that's why McFarlane lost their license, because of their shitty business practices and their stupid gimmicks.
Oh, dude, I know, man. Like, I outside of Marvel, like I wanted to get my hand on the T-60 armor from Fallout. Huge fan of the Fallout franchise. Never found one. Never could order one online. It was like sold out. And then it went up to like $80 fucking. Wanted the Hellboy really bad. Couldn't find one. Sold out immediately. All that shit.
Dude, I found this fucker by luck.
Is that the Warhammer?
No, that's the World of Warcraft.
Okay.
It's the Lich King.
Okay.
The Lich King. I found this fucker by luck. He was hidden way in the back section of electronics. Like, when I found him, I was like, fuck, if I don't pick this fucking guy up, I'm not going to find him ever.
No, you're not. You had to. You fucking had to, man. And I get it. Because there's, like I said, there's those times when I'm at the store, like just grocery shopping for the fam or whatever, and you come across that figure and you're just like, because it's like, hey, honey, I'm going to go over to the toy aisle real quick and just see what's going on over there. And,
go ahead.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, like, you find that one thing and it's like, it's cool. It's cool. You didn't have to order it online. It's that joy, that instant fucking joy, And most of the
eat again and just be like, oh.
But see, most of the time you go to the store now and it's like, oh, cool. Like, here's the same, whatever I seen a month ago. Here's the same, you know what I mean? Like, it's just supply and demand sucks. Shipping to stores lately sucks. I feel like brick and mortar's just dying and it's horrible.
It's been dying for years, man. It's like,
oh yeah, I know. I was a manager for Toys R Us for a couple of years. So I know that, like, it seems like every company I work for died. Suncoast, Toys R Us. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, dude. It's like, again.
It's true with everything. I mean,
it's like now our toy stores are Walmart and Target, essentially.
My toy store is Mr. Wayne's Pop Culture Collectibles, but that's mine. Like, literally, like 80% of my collection comes from them because, number one, like they give me those pre-order prices that you get from like Big Bad, and they fulfill my shit. And what really helps with stuff like that is like I can't go to Walmart with a bag of my old action figures I don't want and get credit towards the new ones I want. Because like I said, we're adults, we have bills, we all have the struggle, and at the end of the day, like, $30 in Marvel Legend now. Like I used to like, as this guy, hey, put me down for the whole new line of everybody coming out ever. Now it's like, I'll take this guy. This guy.
Be like, I'll take the Wolverine, but forget about the rest.
Exactly. And it's become that world. And like I said, a place like Mr. Wayne's is awesome because I can bring my old crap, get something for it, and use that towards that new shit I want. And that's what I like about the little guy. You know what I mean? There's still that barter system in place. There's still that feeling like they're there at the end of the night, like stroking your head, saying, "We're gonna get you that figure you want. You ain't got to worry about it. You don't have to run around and look for it, Goldie.
But you
ain't
see,
got to
there's
waste those
also
hours of your day.
There's also a line between the little guy and these little guys, mid-level guys trying to take advantage of the collector. Like, for instance, Toy Wiz, or as I like to call them,
Scalper Wiz, dude. Oh my God.
Scalper Wiz. These fucking guys enjoy fucking people in the ass when it comes to collectibles, because it's like for example, like Marvel Select stuff, right? If it's highly sought after, they'll already upcharge it, even though they're supposed to sell it for a certain time at retail.
Well, that's like, I don't know if you guys ever did Graham Cracker Comics.
Oh God,
no!
I've been to Graham Cracker several times in several different locations. Yeah,
and so like back in the day, Graham Cracker was wonderful for getting Marvel Legends before anybody else did. Like they had him on the shelf, but even then, years ago, they had him at $35 a figure.
Oh yeah.
So well, we got it first. We've had it for
I've always understood that though, because those guys, the margin on them is so minimal. I mean, I've always understood when the comic shop had them more. And the funny part to me is,
they pay more.
Well, exactly. But again, I would go in there and see them when they were brand new before like Target or Walmart got them, and they'd still be there when the next release came out.
Oh yeah, they didn't go.
Maybe one would sell to the guy who like never could find Wolverine or whatever, but nobody else was buying them. And then eventually they put them on clearance for regular price, and maybe somebody comes and picks them up. But I mean, listen, I was even guilty in 1992 or 3. The first figure I ever paid up for was a Toy Biz X-Force cable that my local comic shop had for $20, and they had it well before it was even hitting Toys R Us, and I had to have it. So, I went and took all my comic money and bought that cable just to find 50 of them at fucking Toys R Us 3 months later. But still,
dude, I mean, you know what? I couldn't find any Wolverines. All they had was fucking cables. Cable was my first fucking figure too.
They had an entire end cap of Storm from Series 1 X-Men, and then she disappeared on clearance, and 6 months later, she was like a $30 figure. We're talking back in the 90s.
Well, that's also like the Juggernaut Rogue, remember? Like Juggernaut Rogue sat on Toys R Us shelves, like stacks of them, stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks.
My Target.
I kept buying those on clearance for Mr. Wayne's at like $6 a figure.
And then a year later, she's $80.
Yep. Well, now
you know what I mean? So you don't know what's gonna hit. You just don't know.
So let me ask you guys this: what is your feeling? Since you guys haven't really touched on it, what's your feeling on what Mattel's going to be bringing to the DC line?
Fear.
I'm excited. I mean, they've had the license before. I was hardcore collecting the classics. So I seeing what they're doing with the basic line already makes me excited, because I mean, it's already better than what we're seeing from the WWE basic figures, and it's the same price point.
Well, I don't know. Those WWE basic female figures are actually articulated really well.
The females are definitely way better than the male
They
figures.
skimped on it. The older basics had almost elite level articulation.
Yeah.
Almost, except the only thing they didn't have was the fucking torso articulation.
Yep.
But now they're literally no ankle articulation, none of it, same as the guys.
Oh wow! So just solid like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of articulation.
Yeah, like dude,
let me see if I can find that. Count still.
Hold on, let me see if I can find that Chelsea Green figure. I have her somewhere around.
But the question, sorry. Brian,
Yes.
while he's looking for that, well, I interrupted. I'm such
He's
an
always
asshole.
looking for something.
But the question, what the state?
How do we feel about Mattel?
They got it. I mean, like,
Yeah,
do you think
fear for me. Joe, go ahead.
Do you think they're going to take like the same kind of thing that they're doing with Masters of the Universe in the WWE line? I mean, we've already seen the kids line. A lot of people are really liking the kids line. I mean,
I like that everything was very recognizable too. Like, oh, this is Batman, this is Robin. It's not like, oh, hey, this one has a,
I think you could put their accessories on their belts, man.
Okay, so
and they come with a tree that you can connect to put them on.
Okay, so
Oh yeah, I saw that. Like they're little like
the spruce.
ammo like
Which is
cachet,
fine.
I guess.
Oh yeah.
They're meant for kids. It's a fun little building accessory you can put on there. I mean, I would have loved that as a kid.
Oh hell
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah. So much better than like some stupid action feature that like makes like some part of the figure like completely
Like,
deformed.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
now you have a giant button in the back.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
here's the basic Chelsea Green that was part of the 2-pack with Mick Foley, right?
Okay.
So they took away the thigh swivel.
Fucking.
They single jointed legs, single jointed elbows, no ankle articulation whatsoever,
What the piss, dude? That's so
and
weak.
head articulation. And
That's so weak.
Because they realized they can put out something cheaper and just
Well, yeah. Now they're just gonna make you buy the elite version.
yeah, exactly.
exactly.
Or the
that was literally,
what's the really good one?
Ultimate.
Ultimate. Yeah, those are nice figures, man.
They are.
no, the
Yeah.
ultimate. My
I
problem
bet
with
one of the Stone Colds, man. They're
Yeah, those are solid figures, man.
yeah.
So if they go
Well-
that route with the DC, I'm totally cool. But like after messing around with Trapjaw a little bit and being kind of like underwhelmed by him, I'm hoping like that's not the route for DC. You know?
No, I feel like that's going to be the route for DC. The He-Man Chronicles figures are going to be the precursor to the DC. And the issue I have with the Ultimate figures is why no double ball peg? You do it for the women Ultimates, but you don't fucking do it for the men. Why?
That's a good point.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Why?
Absolutely.
You
should be
have
that way.
butterfly joints. You have everything else. You got double ball pegs for the women figures. Nothing for the men. That stupid waist fucking swivel and the top and
Yeah.
the torso and the top torso. Why? That makes no sense. And the figure looks fucking awkward. And on top of that, my biggest gripe with them, the most egregious thing with them, is the bobble-headed neck joint.
Yeah.
They're like fucking bobbleheads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Dom's head was like really, really loose.
Yeah,
And-
Dom's head was loose. If it wasn't for his long ass hair,
yeah,
Like, dude,
yeah. He would be like, he just looked like this the whole time. Hey, I'm
yeah,
Dom.
dude,
I'm Dom.
Attitude
Let's
Era
go.
Rock,
Let's go.
dude, his shit was a super like bubble. I was like picking at it, and I'm like, what the fuck? I take the head off, and I'm looking at the neck joint. I'm like, yo, this shit is super loose. What the fuck?
But here's the thing, like, okay, so a while ago, I bought the Rebel Tech, the Kyoto Mazinger Z, to kind of
Yeah, I saw your review on that.
to have a nice 6-inch Mazinger Z for my collection because Sola Shigogen's too big, and then the what was the line that they did that was the mini Sola Shigokens? They did Great Mazinger, did the Mazinger, they were die cast. I can't remember, but they were the
No,
smaller.
they're Sola Chigoken. It's just the problem is Sola Chigoken scaling is like fucking
That's
whack.
what I'm saying. So like I get this nice Rebel Tech Mazinger Z, and $100 figure right out of the box. His waist is just like this. I thought he was Jackie Chan doing drunken style. You know what I mean? I was like,
Well,
what
here's the
is
problem.
this?
Here's the problem with Rebel Tech. Here's the
Pardon?
problem with Rebel Tech. Again, same as Tamashi. They it's just a case of over engineering.
Exactly.
To the point
Yes.
where it's detrimental to the overall shelf life of the figure. Those older Rebel Techs, dude, they are just fucking terrible. And
Oh, dude, I have so many of them, but mostly from like the Go Nagia like giant robot
Yeah.
shit. Like I have like the
Right.
I have the Getter Dragon. I have
Getter Dragon,
Getter
yep.
One. I have
Mazda.
Getter One. Just a
You
bunch
have
of
the
those.
Shin
Like
Getter?
I have Grandizer. But those are the old Robotech ones when they were like this big and I mean whatever. But at,
and they
at
were
the end
so
of the day,
tiny.
I'm gonna bring this all back to the original point, which is $25 Tim Drake. That figure's
Yeah.
articulation is wonderful. It doesn't feel like it's gonna get super loose anytime soon. The cape is absolutely fucking $20 itself on AliExpress. You get what I'm saying? So and I'm not sucking the dick of the Todd father. I'm not a giant McFarlane fan. but he hit the nail on the head with an amazing $25 figure.
You know what it is, though? It's complete reuse because he uses the Nightfall body.
I understand, but this one even articulates a little bit better than the Nightfall, like the crunch on him and stuff. Like it just seems like it was a little engineered a little bit better so you could give Timmy those poses you want Timmy to get into. And I'm not saying every McFarlane figure is wonderful, but that $25 figure made me say, fuck.
Well,
This
here's the
is
thing.
$25. This brand new Marvel Legend I just bought, a Falcon, was $28. I can't even move his fucking arms when his wings are on.
Well, that's the thing. That's the shitty part about that Falcon. But if you going back to that Robin for a second, I'm not talking about the first release Nightfall body. I'm talking about the 2-pack Nightfall body where they gave him the better ab articulation so that you could break his back like Bane could break his back.
Yeah,
that makes sense then. But you get what I'm saying? Still a $25 figure.
Yeah.
And I hate to keep sounding redundant, but it blew my mind, and in my hand was what felt like an import quality fucking figure for $25. Like, if that was made by Tamashi or Bandai Namco or Storm Arena, that would be a fucking $80, $90 figure. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Not necessarily if it's Storm Arena.
Well, yeah, since they've dropped their prices with their arena stuff, yeah, absolutely. But I'm saying, like, their original Storm shit was expensive. It wasn't cheap.
They are. They still make
figure.
No, they still make 1/10 scale figures, even though they're calling them 1/12. But they still make the 1/10 scale figures. It's like they just announced Vega.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ultra Street at Evo. They announced him, and they showed off a better painted prototypes of Bison, and I think they showed off Hagar too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there was a lot of Haya showing that Biollante. I was like, whoa. You know, so
funny thing is, I
about that.
I skipped out on the Biollante on the Monster Arts because it's just a chunk of plastic. It's a fucking brick.
Well, the thing is like I've never pulled the trigger on the Biollante for the Monster Arts because even back in the day when he came out, he was like $230, and I was like, dude, that's my like electric bill. Like they on a big plastic plant monster, I don't really want to do that. Like 100, 120 maybe. But then, like, it had the LEDs. It's cool. Now, this is the third release of this thing. And you know as well as I do, when that thing, when Bandai Namco reaches their mark and they have all their shit shipped, there's usually no reproductions until they reproduce it themselves. So, on the secondary market, Biollante was fetching $600-700 at one point. Then he gets re-released at a little bit higher price because times were different. Now, this is the third release of Biollante, different paint deco, no new retooling or anything like that. We're talking $300. That's outstanding.
Again, here's the thing: tariff pricing.
I understand that, but that's still outstanding for a figure. Then why is the Haya figure, even though it doesn't have the LEDs, that's the only thing that you admit from it, and it's $180?
Again, you're comparing a Japanese company, right?
Right.
Who makes their stuff, and then you have a company like Haya Toys, who, let's face it, a lot of these Hong Kong company or like Hong Kong-based companies get a lot of government subsidies.
Absolutely.
So they're able to put shit out cheaper. Like, dude, look at the 3-0 Robotech shit. Look at the fucking Patlabor shit. Dude, 8-inch fucking figure. You're paying $150 when normally you're paying $300-400 for a fucking metal build. And it comes with a fuck.
I mean, shit, those 3-0 fucking Fallout armors are like $400-500.
Yeah, but dude, they're so much. They're same quality, same everything, but cheap. But you're getting them at a cheaper price because again, they take advantage of those subsidies they get from the government. Wow. As for Japan, they don't have that advantage. They're either like, oh, we're manufacturing either in China or in Vietnam. And depending on where they're manufacturing from, either you're going to pay bigger tariffs here or bigger or less tariffs here. And let's face it.
I understand how all that works, but it also like breaks down like to, straight up pricing. Like that last Ghidorah, the 71 Ghidorah. Why was that $300
Again, dude, the problem is tariffs. Like, if we didn't have to deal with this tariff bullshit, it would have been back down to that normal price that we would have normally seen.
I don't feel that's all of it. I feel it's like Bandai Namco could just name their fucking prices on shit, man.
No.
Like, okay, cool. And Garrus comes with nothing. His shell doesn't even stay properly on. Let's make $140. Fuck it. It's in Garrus.
I'm telling you, it's not name your own price. It's basically if they don't add the tariff pricing, they're literally bleeding money.
Yeah, but even in Japan, the price for Ghidorah's release was right around $290 when the yen converted, and that's not even shipping out of Japan. That's right there in Japan.
Well, again, here's the thing: the tariffs that you have to pay to ship that over here is pretty much going to offset it.
I'm saying, like, when he came out at the Godzilla store in Japan, he was still $300. There was no shipping involved. He was $300.
Yeah,
so
$300. But $300, you have to pick it. You got to pick it up, right? From Japan.
At the Godzilla store in Japan.
Yeah,
where it was
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I'm saying it comes to the United States and it's still $300. I'm just saying, I think that's just a far-fetched price for something that, is just plastic. Like, that's far fucking fetched, man. You know what I mean?
But
like
again,
when Haya did their 91 Godzilla, he was $110 all day. And that's with their tariff prices, shipped to US.
But again, they can charge that pricing because, again,
because they're Bandai Namco, because they have that name. Like Hasbro can charge $30 for a Marvel Legend.
Dude, I promise you, it is not because they're Bandai Namco. I promise you.
I feel like it is.
No, trust me. Trust me when I tell you, it's not because it's like, oh, we're Bandai Namco, we're gonna charge. I'm telling you, the tariffs fucked everything up, and like I said, China can get the Hong Kong-based companies can get away with it because of government subsidies.
Well,
that's why they can get away with those charges. They can get away with those pricing. But I'm telling you, because if you look at the pricing back then, I guarantee you, if we didn't have to factor in the tariffs and all that other stuff,
even back then, your SH Figure Arts before the tariffs were in place and all that, your SH Figure Arts, you're talking $110 for Godzilla, where NECA was pumping out a Godzilla that was $30.
Well, again, here's the thing with NECA. Here's the thing with NECA. And the other thing is too, you gotta look at licensing as a factor, right?
Oh, I absolutely do.
NECA only ever did. Did you ever wonder why NECA only ever did Godzilla figures and nothing outside of Godzilla?
Yeah, they didn't want to pay the other licensing rights for the monsters.
You have to, and how Toho does it.
I know how Toho does it.
You're aware. Okay. Yeah. With Bandai, they got some kind of special relationship with them. So they kind of got carte blanche, but again, it's pricey. So the licensing fees for them is probably good. Like, that's why Bandai is charging more, right? Because of the engineering, the licensing, and all that other stuff. And this was all before the whole tariff bullshit went into place.
Yeah.
At least with NECA, again, I don't know where they manufacture their stuff from. I don't know if it's China or Vietnam.
I thought it was Vietnam, I'm pretty sure.
Well, and again,
I could be wrong.
Well, Vietnam, again, the manufacturing is a lot cheaper in Vietnam. So much cheaper compared to, because again, back before Bandai decided to go manufacture stuff in Vietnam, they were doing everything out of China. So they weren't doing, nothing was being done in Japan. So again, it's just between them paying the licensing and the other stuff. It's like you really got to look at it from there's many different factors to it. Because look at it this way. Think about it this way. Why did the Alien and Predator figure art or monster arts, fail, while the NECA ones are?
I mean, let's be honest. The Alien and Predator, or Alien versus Predator stuff, just like, number one, the movie was very meh compared to what the Dark Horse comics did, and then the figures, nobody really cared about them, and including the monster art versions.
Not necessarily. So here's the thing. So Because people in their mind, just like you said, right? Oh, why am I going to spend hundreds of dollars on
those monsters when they came out, like the Alien was at like a $60 price point, and the Predator might have been around 70, which wasn't terrible at all for monster arts. You know what I mean?
Right, for monster arts. But when you have NECA as an option, and on top of that,
it's budget friendly to your wallet. Yeah, of course you're going to build your collection budget friendly.
You get more, believe it or not, with NECA. You don't get as much paying that money. And on top of that, they're at a scale closer to Marvel Legends, whereas Alien and the Predator from NECA are like 7-8 inches tall, and they're big, but they're supposed to be.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Again, there's so many different factors, because it's like you can make the argument all day, like, hey, you know what? Why would I buy this Monster Art Biollante, which is like a big brick, when I could buy that same brick and save myself $100 and something.
Exactly. So, but that's the thing. You would think that these companies that are I guess what I'm trying to say is it boils down to this. These companies that are putting this stuff out for us guys to buy should really consider the fact that everything is way too fucking expensive. People cannot sometimes. But here's the thing. If you really want to put those things in the hands of the people, you need to make them affordable.
Yes,
and that's the problem. And I think greed and these big corporations and these big licensing bullshits is what's killing a lot of the collectors.
Yeah, like, because here's the thing, right? For the licenses, you gotta pay. You pay for these licenses, and somehow, but at the end of the day, like again, yes, there's some companies straight up they're greedy. Let's call a spade, right? But there's some companies where they're like, okay, there's demand for this. If I pay for this license, how am I going to get my money back?
But here's the difference, though. Bandai has the Star Wars license. Bandai has the Marvel license. Bandai has JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece. They can make their money there. And considering that those figures are all like in the $100 price range, why is King Ghidorah $300? Is my question. And I'm saying like we could buy a large scale Dragon Ball Z SH figure art for $110. You could get Jotaro Kujo, $110. You know what I'm saying? Like it just boggles my mind.
Again, think about it this way: that same Jotaro, before tariffs, would have been $70, $80.
Oh, $70 all day, because that's what he is on HLJ and a bunch of other the Japanese sites.
Right,
yeah,
but that's after that. But again, when you bring it, like look at Mafex. Mafex used to be $100. Now they're $150 or $40.
For some of them, yeah.
For some of them, like the new, but the other re-released ones, the ones that they re-released, they have to keep it at that certain price because they're re-releases.
Right. So because that kills the secondary market then.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So it's like, again, we could merry-go-round this all day, but at the end of the day,
I just don't want. I agree with you with some points, but I don't agree with the whole tariff point of it, because, like I said, if something is manufactured in a country literally a stone throw away, releases in your store in Japan at the same price that it releases at in America, that's not really a tariff price. That's Toho or Bandai, whoever it may be, saying, we want this for this figure, and if we don't get this, then
and you very well may be right. Like again, it could be them like saying, "Oh, you know what? Toho up the license. Now we're going to have to up our prices." So,
but then again, like I said, at the end of the day, it hurts the collector, because that's a piece that like who doesn't want to fucking show a Ghidorah that's completely articulated? Who the fuck doesn't want one? But if you're a Godzilla fan, I'm saying,
dude, I would buy every single version of Kiryu that's ever released. Like, dude, I hate Super 7 with a passion. I call them super shit.
I believe it. Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad stuff about this stuff.
But they're making a Kiryu figure. I would buy it.
Yeah. See, I like their 74 Mechagodzilla they got coming out, but I know with the release of the 75 SH that we'll see, a Mechagodzilla.
So yeah. So and again, and like, dude, I bought the DX Jigokin fucking Kiryu that came out a couple of years ago. Amazing fucking figure. But you know what the problem is? He doesn't scale with anything.
Nope, just like their 74 Mechagodzilla they did, this Soul Shigokin. $400 figure that scales with nothing.
With nothing. Like, dude, I've been trying to find a Godzilla for years that would scale with this fucking thing. I found nothing.
And you're not going to, because that's like that's like Bandai's way of putting out a collector's centered piece. That's like, this is a one piece, this is it. Like, here it is, And even their monster lines don't fucking scale with each other either. Because I just got that Biollante and he's fucking tiny compared to half my other Godzillas. So it's like, what are you doing?
That's the thing. It's like, and that's the thing with the Godzillas too. It's like the only ones that really scale similarly with each other are the American movie ones.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So absolutely. They'll scale really well, the high ones. But anyway, we're back to the Godzilla crap. Sorry, everybody else. Hi.
Oh,
man, me and you could probably talk for hours. We got to get together outside of this someday, man.
So how about the Mattel line? How are we feeling about Mattel and DC, guys?
Like I said, I'm really looking forward to what they're going to offer, because I've never 100% liked the McFarlane. I remember buying the old animated series Batman, the Swamp Thing he released, because I'm a huge Swamp Thing fan, and I absolutely fucking hated the Swamp Thing he released. I was just like, this is awful. This doesn't even touch my old Mattel one. You know what I mean? So
the Mega figure, right?
Well, yeah. I hated that figure so much. Oh my god, I hated it.
It looks so cool in the box, and you get it out, and you're like, this looks a big piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying with that, but to be honest with you, I liked it slightly more than the old Mattel one, because I hate that fucking seamless body.
No, I got you. But I mean, Swamp Thing number 9, man, that's like the exact look. It's perfect. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
No,
but I'm really looking forward to what Mattel is going to offer to DC, because it's it's going to be fun to have something new on the shelves for me to go look at. And it's going to be really fun to see what they're going to do, because I feel like, the old Mattel stuff was great. It really was. And then I kind of called like the McFarlane stuff the Dark Ages. I mean, there's those ones that stand out that are like awesome, but then a lot of them are just meh.
Cut and paste.
Well,
yeah,
You know what? I like this Superman body mold. I feel like it's their definitive body buck. It's the best Superman body mold that they've ever made. Like, I like their infected body when they made the Hush Superman. But this body right here, kind of like, it has the right height. It has the right kind of articulation for him. And like, yeah, there's not a lot of like thigh swivel with him. But like, just the aesthetic alone kind of like brings that classic Superman body to it.
They haven't done a good head for Superman outside of the 90s version with like the mullet. I mean, that's part of the reason why it fits well with him, because there really hasn't been a good Superman head outside of that 90s Death of Superman.
The Silver Age one was all right.
Other than that, just the Christopher Reeves one was really the only one I thought they did a good job on the head sculpt for Superman. But I mean,
which one? The new one or the previous one?
The movie one. I don't remember which one.
No. I'm saying there's two Reeve releases, right? There was that first release in the collector's edition, and then there's that other one, the later one.
A general statement, Kadri.
Huh?
It was a general statement.
Okay, because the head on the newer Christopher Reeve figure, the smiling head, like they got it down packed.
I was just saying that they still haven't done a good comic book version to me. But anyway, guys, we've gone a really long time. I did not keep you here this long, but you guys have had a lot to bring to the table.
It's totally my fault, by the way. I'm very sorry, everybody. God loves to talk.
No, hey, listen, you guys, it's not very often that I just sit here and listen. So it's just been fascinating to hear you guys talk about stuff that I'm just completely unfamiliar with, but it's interesting to hear you guys debate about it. So again, appreciate you bringing everything you brought tonight, and just what you've brought in general, to the collector community. Like I said, I really love your reviews. I really
thank you, man.
We really appreciate that.
No, I honestly, from like, you probably can't I appreciate it more than you even know, because like I said, at the end of the day, I do this for fun. Like, this is all just fun.
I listen, that's the same reason why I do it, because I just like to I hate using this term because I feel like it's degrading to certain types of people, but like, I was in the closet about it for so long.
We all were.
Oh yeah.
And I really didn't share with anybody about how I felt about toys, or that I even collected, unless you were like a close friend who came by my house. Like, you didn't know. you know, and now I'm very like open about it. And, you know, I like to share my knowledge. I mean,
Because you can.
that's why Kadri and I started doing this is like, you know, we both like want
Well,
to
keep doing it. I love that you guys are putting this shit out, and I love honesty. Like, honesty to me is one of the most important fucking things, because without it, you're just an empty hole, man. You're a shell of who you really should be, and that's the whole, like, I think that's the whole vehicle behind Stuff and Things. Our whole vehicle is to just be extremely honest and bring a little humor to the world of 40-year-old men collecting toys, you know?
But you guys, like we said, it's to me, it's extremely underrated. And I mean, you have a good following that you've started, considering you did take that hiatus. But I mean, like, I feel like the more you get out there, the more you're going to be loved, because it really is just fun and entertaining. And no dig on my own channel here, but it's short and sweet and to the point. And I mean, like, even just watching your Robin review, you guys were talking about like, oh, he doesn't come with the, you know, his staff or whatever. And I'm like, well, if he did, it would be 4 times too big for the size of his hand. And I'm like interacting with your video, even though like I'm not able to actually interact with you. So again, there's that bit of it that I just personally feel from when I watch stuff, where a lot of times I'm just listening and I'm like, yeah, okay. And then like with yours, I was really finding myself interacting with myself because there was no one else to reply to, but I felt like I was a part of it, and I think there's something really special.
If any of you gentlemen ever want to come hang out in Goldie's basement and shoot a review with us, we do it on Tuesday nights. You're more than welcome. I love guests. My dog loves guests, and you know, just like you said, being closeted for years. Way back in the day, I was in a little rock and roll band that made some music and played some shows and did the little touring and blah blah blah. And you know, I had my little.
You said you're a punk guy. Did you play the Fireside Bowl?
All the time.
Nice.
All the time, man. We were quite regulars there with our good friend Brian Peterson doing the booking. Name of the band was Insane Youth, so we were like a hardcore punk. I call this hardcore thrash, industrial groove, funk punk. I mean,
I got to reach out to you after this, because we got to do some other talking. Because
sure. Absolutely.
I was always.
I mean, we were playing Fireside, Off the Alley. We played the Riviera. I mean, we opened for Malevolent Creation. I mean, the list goes on. But anyway, the whole thing I was trying to get at is the closeted thing. So like, here I was on stage, this rock guy screaming and yelling about the world into his microphone, and meeting all these super groovy metal chicks, man. It's super groovy. And then we get back to my apartment and they see my room and see all my Marvel Legends hanging from the ceiling and on shelves. And yeah, let's just say it never ended well for Mr. Goldie. He ended up playing with his Marvel Legends most of the night. But yeah, it's good that we could be out now, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
the strange thing about me was like I never kept it a secret that I like toys. And the funny thing is, I would get my balls busted by it, especially by my father, who like was Mr. Macho Manly Man. But at the end of the day, I would just ignore him and be like, yeah, okay, old man, whatever. And he like, but that's the thing. The thing is, I did what I love, and that's the thing. At the end of the day, it was like, enjoy doing what you love. People are gonna shit on it. Whatever. Fuck them.
Yeah.
You know what?
For me though, when I was 13 years old and, you know, going to different sporting things with school or whatever, you know, going to a baseball game on the bus or whatever with the school, my teammates and friends would make fun of me for reading comics. And, you know, I've told the story that, you know, one of my buddies at the time had even ripped one of my comics, and it was like, you know, like I got a lot of shame about it. So adding toy collecting on top of it, it was like, yeah, there's no way I was going to bring that out. If like I ran into somebody at Toys R Us or, you know, in at KB Toys coming out of the mall, it was like, oh, I was looking for something for my cousin, you know, yeah, you know, it was always that tired old excuse of, you know, and then as I got older, it was like, oh, I'm looking for something for my kid, even though I was 22 and, you know, couldn't even hold down a girlfriend for more than 2 months. But still, hey, one did not go with the other. But still, you get my point. And now it's like I'm older and I don't give a shit anymore.
Exactly.
And I'm enjoying. I enjoy, and everyone who has a problem with it can go to hell. I mean, I just at the end of the day, this is the one little thing outside of my family I can come home to and really enjoy, and I get to enjoy it all with all of you as well. So for that, again, I'm extremely appreciative. So.
Oh, I'm so appreciative that you guys reached out to Joe and asked us to be guests. I really have had a wonderful time.
That was 100% Danny, and we're so happy he did.
Well, thank you, Danny. I appreciate it more than you even know, man. It's just nice to get the voice out. That's constantly in me and Joe's heads. Like we got a lot to say about stuff because, like I said, 60 years of collecting between the two of us. You know what I mean? It's like
It's a whole lot of toys.
yeah, that's a lot of toys. Yeah, you guys don't want to see my storage area. It's terrifying.
I'm helping him go through it right now.
Yeah,
Dude, my shit's like it's like an episode of Hoarders.
No, it's not good. But can I make a real quick couple of shout outs?
Absolutely.
Go
I want
for
to
it.
give a shout out to all my family at the Little House Social Pub in Brookfield. That's my restaurant. That's where I'm the executive chef at. You guys fucking rule. They support Goldie like a motherfucker. Goldie's got toys in the restaurant. Like I have shit on display.
Yes,
Because they know what Goldie does, and I fucking love it. So shout out to them. Shout out to my wife, Chrissy. I love you. Thank you for always putting up with my bullshit. You're the best. Like seriously, fucking wonderful woman. Shout out to my 3 boys. Shout out to my dog Zero. Shout out to you guys for being fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Joe for being my fucking hetero life mate. You know, and I guess that covers everything.
I just want to throw one more in there. All the boys and Mr. Wayne.
Oh, my boys.
Mike the captain, Ryan, Andrew,
Captain Mike.
Jimmy, Trev. You guys are all amazing. Love you guys.
I fucking love you guys too, man. Like you guys don't even
My
know.
brothers.
Hey, so at your restaurant, do you idiot sandwich people?
I'm sorry.
Do you idiot sandwich people or call them donkeys?
No, I just call everybody assholes. No, I'm kidding.
He's not wrong.
No, I don't know, man. I love doing that too. Like it's like I explain it. Like, you know, I used to want to be a rock star, but now I am. Because every Friday night I walk out into the dining room and I see every table full and people eating my food and taking pictures on Instagram and fucking I'm a goddamn rock star. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds dumb, but I feel it here.
It doesn't, and I'll go into that with you at another time. But I used to work in restaurants too, so I get it. But no, hey, do you want to shout out your channel real quick?
Oh yeah, hey, if you guys want to maybe laugh at something, I don't know, maybe.
I mean, I think we're funny.
Yeah, probably not. But either which way, check out Stuff and Things with Goldie on YouTube. We do reviews of action figures and collectibles, and we would like to think we're extremely honest with your wallet.
Yeah, and guys, the link, at least I think I put the link in correctly in the description. Along with their Instagram link as well. So go follow.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, I cannot say it enough. And it's not just because you're guests on the show, but like, I'm so happy that Danny brought you guys to my attention and to the show's attention, because I like I said, it's just been so much fun to listen to you guys do your reviews. So please, everybody, go check out their channel. If the link doesn't work, really easy. Stuff and Things with Goldie. You'll find it right away. Pop right up.
It's got a lot of stuff.
And things.
And the crazy thing is, when I first watched you guys' reviews, I was like, wait, 2 dudes are doing a review at the same time? I'm like, it kind of threw me off. And I was like, but the more I watched the reviews, I really loved your Moffex Robin review.
Thank you.
That was like my favorite one, because I just got charged for it, and I was looking at it, and then like you guys showed that it didn't have bicep swivel, but it had like elbow swivel. And I'm like, what the fuck, Moffex?
Yeah, I mean, they did the same shit with Jubilee, which I was kind of like, even though, like, you know. Yeah.
But Jubilee, I kind of get it, because it's like, oh, she has a coat, teenage girl body. Okay, fine. Marvel did it.
Leave some for the
Robin Ninja needs double elbows.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you could get away with that with Jubilee.
Fans go and watch the show, Katri. Anyway, guys, thank you so much.
We could do this all fucking day, man.
Seriously. For like those people that never hang up the phone.
Yeah, dude, I've had
this
these
conversations. I'm starting
conversations.
to pass out, so I'm sorry. But no, guys, thank you again so much for being here tonight. Danny, again, thank you for bringing them to the show.
Yeah,
Thank you, Danny. Appreciate you, man. Seriously, appreciate you. Thank you.
And Kadri, I know you've had a long, busy day, and thank you for jumping in and teaching us an hour on tariffs and everything else. We appreciate you as always, my friend.
Well, I appreciate talking the Tokusatsu with you, man. You go to G Fest because it's coming up. I can't go this year. I got to work, but go to G Fest.
I can't do it, man.
You'll spend thousands.
I know. I don't like, again, Hobbylink Japan is hitting me for a bunch of shit, and Mephisto, and then those goddamn Evo exclusives for Alpha 3. I can't.
No, I feel you, man. We got a lot of shit coming too, and we're scared.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. San Diego.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already put money aside. So yeah, not looking forward to those bills. But anyway, guys, thanks again so much.
Thank you, man.
Take
You
care,
guys
everybody.
fucking cool. Thank you so much for having us, man.
Brian, you guys are
Thank you.
amazing. Glad to be here.
Danny, thank you to our sponsors. If you could do the magic.
Turbo
Toys.
And
Mr. Wayne's Pop Culture and Collectibles.
in Westmont, Illinois. Gentlemen, thank you. And to everybody who stopped in or watches us on the replay, thank you. Please leave a like and a follow. It helps us out so much. And until next time, happy hunting. And we'll see you next Monday on This Week in Geek. Later, y'all.
Later.
Now to remember how to do this. Okay, here we go.
You got to end.